I'm fucking that alien.
Just giving myself a minute to gather myself. I was actually not gonna get too mad.
I'm fucking that alien.
I was like, fun.
Bitch, you graduated in like 1970.
I'm fucking that alien.
Thanks for sending me to my grave with AIDS. What? Oh yeah.
I'm fucking that alien.
I keep forgetting to put it back in rotation. I put retard back in.
I hope he gets dick tank knocked is what I hope.
I'm fucking that alien.
I got that blood pressure so high my toes are swollen.
I'm fucking that alien.
You get to jack off in the crowd.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
just get
fuck
to
my
hang out
hand in the
over
crowd, that's for
that
sure.
would be...
I'm fucking that alien.
Hey, you white piece of shit.
I'm fucking that alien.
Yeah, I got some good drops on my phone. I've been recording a lot of farts lately.
Yeah.
Kind of been my
That's
thing.
cool.
I want to make a song.
Oh, put the mic up to it.
Put the mic up to it. Let's hear the fart.
Trying to get the volume.
You got a speakerphone option?
Trying, guys.
Okay.
We need to hear these farts.
Aaron called from jail, by the way.
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, I missed that, huh?
Yeah.
I missed the fact that he was even in jail.
Yeah. There. That's impressive.
That's great.
That's a
We've
great
officially
fart.
become the Howard Stern Show.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 183. Who loves you and who do you love? Us. Brian Arnell, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Hey, we had a little technical difficulty for the millionth time, but you know what? It makes us stronger. It makes us tougher. I like it.
It's like bullying. It makes you stronger.
Yes. It's like Vince McMahon said about the wrestling business. You got to learn to eat shit and like the taste.
That's gross, but yeah, he's right.
Bottom line.
That's right.
I think
How
that
you
was
guys doing
I think that was a metaphor.
out there? All of you people, all you plebeians.
Living the dream, man. Living
Good,
the
man.
dream.
I'm glad everybody is doing well.
It's America's birthday.
It's America's birthday. We got freedom. We got all of it.
It's Canada Day. Also,
Oh.
Happy Canada Day, Canada.
Canada,
Yeah,
come on, man.
Stop poisoning us.
Quit poisoning us.
No poison.
They're gassing us slowly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one video of a fire.
There was
they're just gassing us right across the lake.
I didn't read this article, but
Pumping
there
us
was
with
an
poison.
article by some fucking clearly a crackpot that said that like us inhaling the smoke is worse than smoking a pack a day of cigarettes for like our whole lives. I'm like, you're fucking nuts, dude.
No, I think it's true. We're being killed, Al.
Yeah.
You can deny it all you want.
Just like gas stoves are killing us too.
Yeah.
I thought
We're
it was,
done.
Do you remember when gas was? Remember like 20 years ago when the commercials were like, "Oh, the cleanest way to cook, the cleanest
Yeah.
way to do everything is gas," and now they're like, "It's killing you."
well, you know what? They can fuck off. I'm never going to an electric stove.
No, No.
The only reason I'm going to electric stove because I need it as a platform to set my carry out on.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah.
So
Hey, Happy America time, cuz.
Yeah.
I was thinking about cousin Ted earlier because I feel so bad. Every time he literally goes on with his Twitch thing, I'm in the middle of something and I cannot turn it on. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I really do want to join in. It's just
nice excuse making.
I'm. It's like, all right, I'm gonna finish making dinner. It's time to eat. It's like, oh, I'm going live. I'm like, damn it. Like
He don't love you, Ted. He's not. He doesn't care for you. It's clear.
he's lying. But Happy America time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
guess what? You missed the.
We had
difficulty.
technical difficulty. Yeah.
You missed it, Eric. You right off the rip. I had technical.
You know
difficulties.
what? We shouldn't have said anything.
That's what I was trying to say, but it came out. Bleh.
We shouldn't have said anything. We could have just played it off like we had a error-free show.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad.
But
Yeah.
Real bad.
so happy 4th of July, happy Canada Day, and most importantly, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes.
That's today. Bobby Bonilla got his $1.193 million from the Mets today
Yes.
Finally.
until every year until 2035.
Right.
It's a good deal. He made a good deal when he did that.
I am having
See, he can't say it.
That's
That's how I am, man.
I am having difficulties with words that rhyme with technical.
Technical difficulties.
Well, you know the one I can't. I know I always joke around and make fun of how the Brits say it, literally. But when I try to say literally, I really struggle with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I gotta like slow down.
Literally.
You need to talk over a click track. That's how they. When you have a bad stutter, supposedly it's a click track that
Really?
they get you on. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So you get a nice click track, and they'll get you talking proper. Supposedly. I don't know. So anyway,
Did not know that.
so I'm glad to see everyone's watching on YouTube. The Den of the Devil.
Yeah, thanks.
People over there last week, man.
Yeah.
Also,
Big fucking numbers.
I just want to point this out that our cousin spelled your name wrong.
Oh, you sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Allen.
I can't. Yeah. Yeah. Nuclear. Nuclear.
It drives me nuts. Nuclear. No.
Yeah.
I can't even say it wrong as he said it.
Yeah.
Properly.
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Yeah. Isn't that how he did it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Nuclear. I like how when he would speak Spanish, he sounded like a redneck speaking Spanish.
He sounded like.
Donde está United Unidos?
Honestly, whenever I watch King of the Hill and Peggy Hill starts speaking
Enchilada.
Spanish, that's what I think of as George Bush.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, because you spelled his name wrong. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Get it. Just so you know, maybe you don't know. I don't know. That's how my dad spells it too. Allen.
Well, until his mother changed it when he was like 28 years old or some shit. She
started the Christmas.
She started
gifts.
sending him cards for his birthday, and she spelled it wrong after when he was like 20 something years old.
Our grandmother, your grandmother, would spell her son's name wrong.
Yeah.
Not like right away. It took her over 2 decades, and then she started spelling it
Dad
wrong.
was he was in his 20s somewhere, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's like all of a sudden.
She's a great woman.
Yeah.
But she had her little quirks.
Yeah.
That.
Well,
Here's the funny part. She never spelled my name that way.
No.
Nope.
I'll say that's weird. Why'd she all of a sudden just decide you guys got to spell their names differently?
But Aunt Winnie always put on my gifts Alan Jr. and spelled it wrong too. Even though she never called me Alan Jr. once.
She was trolling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she was doing.
not hearing anything on the pod being weird.
Really?
Not at all.
Oh.
I'm just hearing like background noise.
That's not good.
Fuck it.
Our air supply is limited by Canada, so is our pod supply.
I can't. I guess it don't matter because we can just cut it, whatever. I don't care.
That's crazy. It's recording, right?
Well, I went live, and I hear nothing. I mean, I don't know if it's...
Huh.
Brian, check yours in case it's my phone, but I highly doubt that.
I don't even show this episode showing up in my feed. Am I doing something wrong?
I don't know. I see the thing lighting up, or I did, but I guess not. It's lighting.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem to be working at all.
That's weird.
Fuck it.
Oh, wait, there it is. Hold on. I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, I can't get it to work. I'm trying to listen to it. Not working.
Yeah, I don't hear
sound.
anything. I don't hear nothing on the Podbean.
That
No,
sucks.
let me try something else here. let me try this here. So the thing is, when you try to run a million different stuff, and we'll try it again.
We're having technical difficulties.
There you go, Eric. You wanted the technical difficulties, you got them.
Well, he said that at like 8 minutes in, so
Yeah. I mean, it's on the
technical difficulties at 13 minutes.
it's on the format that no one listens to us anyway. I mean, I guess it don't really fucking matter.
Well, we ended up having more on that last week than anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a couple. We had
Hanny J and
Hanny J, yeah, Mr. A, right?
Yeah.
Mr. A.
And then Oatmeal's Rad. Is that one of them?
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
So.
Oh,
let's-
yeah, that's
let's
right.
end it. We're ending it. We'll try to do it on. First of all, we'll just get rid of this. All right, guys. So anyway, Canadian Death Air. For
Yes.
or against it.
I'm against it.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, because like it sucks because you can't be out for like really, really long periods of time, you know, or you know.
It smells. It's constantly smelled, especially the first couple days of
It
it.
smelled like rubber.
It smelled
for
like rubber.
days on end.
Yep. It smelled like somebody was having a bonfire and they threw a tire into it. Because you got a little bit of the bonfire smell behind the rubber.
Yeah. When I was up in Midland Tuesday, and I thought like, okay, because they got the Dow Chemical factory there. I'm like, oh, something's going on at the factory. Clearly, 'cause that's the first time I smelt it. I was like, man, this fucking smells like burnt rubber, death, human flesh.
Yeah.
And then I went. The old man at the place I went to, he's like, yeah, dude, that's that Canadian wildfire, man. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, that's what that is. I said, God Almighty, I go, that's rough.
It smells as bad as Akron, Ohio.
Oh,
Circleville.
did you feel that something smelled funny in 7-Eleven, like something burnt?
I didn't.
Oh,
No. I did not sense.
No, I ain't not.
No. Maybe they burnt some taquitos or pizza or something.
no, it was like something like
Electrical.
yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. That store, it's like it needs repairs.
big time. I mean, it's old.
It's old.
The fucker was built like it just opened the year that we moved here. That was 38 fucking years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, you were 27 back then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at least maybe 30.
Yeah. There used to be a red farmhouse there. Then they put the little. Remember they had a little arcade in the back with about 4 or 5 machines.
Yeah, it was my favorite.
Yeah, yep.
I loved it. Play Bad Dudes and Spy Hunter and shit.
Yeah.
Good
Rampage,
Rampage was back there. They had Operation Wolf at one time.
Punch Out.
Yeah.
They had the space shuttle, pinball.
I don't remember that, but that sounds cool.
That was you guys probably weren't even going there then. That was when we were first here. I mean, I was a kid. You know, you guys were babies, chitlins.
Chitlins. I miss when 7-Elevens and some of those little stores had video games in them.
Yeah.
Little arcade areas.
Mm-hmm.
We should bring that back. We should buy a store and just put an arcade in the back of it. Like with, like an arcade, but also like, what do you call them?
Slot machines.
Slot machines. That's legal. We'll just buy some slot machines and put them back there, right? We can do that.
Is it legal?
Yeah, can we do that?
Mm.
Well, nobody will win any money. They'll win tokens.
If you don't pay cash, yeah, I think you can.
We'll have them win tokens.
Or like tickets or
Yeah.
free stuff.
Like Barrymore's or Major Magics or something where it's like just child gambling.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Swear to God, last time I went to Barrymore's, it was like 5 or 6 years ago, and it's literally just kid Vegas. Like give him all the money and then here go pull the handle down on those machines. There's no regular video games. Hardly any.
We support child gambling.
I know.
As we should.
We gotta give them something to do, right?
Yeah. Maybe they'll
Organized
hit.
sports suck. You don't want to do that.
Maybe they'll hit.
Yeah.
And then they can take care of their families.
Let me check this out.
Maybe they'll hit big and then their mom and dads will steal their money and there'll be a lawsuit. And,
Here.
Oh, it's playing.
Oh, there we go.
Ha you fixed it.
All right, I'm great at everything I do. Worship me.
Great.
so did you figure out? Do you know what you did?
No.
Yeah, I just used the Chrome. I did this crazy thing. Instead of using the Safari browser that I like,
The proprietary one for your computer?
I used the one that they advise you to use.
Oh, don't listen to them.
And their advisement is
the
poor.
Chrome browser.
Don't.
And that's-
No, I used the Chrome browser and then it worked.
Oh, I see. So the one they advised you to use is the one you should have used.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
All right. So all right, we're done.
We're good.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna just stay in there. Just turn your sound down. Maybe that'll algorithm us.
Oh, I'm in there. I'm in. Don't even worry.
All right, guys. Anyway, we got it figured out.
Wait, am I
we're
in?
we're great.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right.
So-
So
Canadian wildfires suck. Canada,
we're not a fan of them at all.
it just goes. It makes the song true. We can blame Canada finally for something real this time instead of just a fake-
Instead of like my usual blaming him for everything.
Yeah,
No, okay.
just like this is legit. Finally,
Yeah.
Guys,
they've had it too good for so long in Canada. We
Yeah.
finally get to knock them down a peg. You know,
Right.
So, guys, who's the dethrones that have died this week?
Oh yeah, man. We've had some.
Alan Arkin died.
Dethroned. You get a dethrone when
And
you
that's all I
die.
can think of.
No, Ryan Mallett
Ryan Mallett
played for Michigan.
and Arkansas.
Yeah, but he played for Michigan 1 year.
That's true.
That's pretty sad. Is a young
Droz,
he's a really-
Darren Drozdoff.
Oh, yeah. Also,
Who?
wrestler.
Oh, another wrestler, eh?
Madonna.
Blame Kennedy.
Madonna
blame-
almost dethroned.
From what I heard, she died and they had to resuscitate her.
For what? I didn't even hear this.
Yeah, Madonna got real sick from a bacterial infection, probably from all the jizz she swallowed. And then,
Oh.
according to the thing I heard, she died. And they found her unresponsive and had to resuscitate her. Therefore, she died. But we won't have to count.
Henceforth.
So she gets the god dethroned and then gets
Okay, well,
dethroned.
give her
from
We'll just do
God.
that. We'll give her one riff and just stop right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And then
She came
billionaire
back.
James Crown died. But I don't know what the fuck that is, anyways.
Well, here's what. That's more about like what we were talking about last week with
Yeah.
the billionaires.
Yep, he deserved it because he's
They're
a billionaire.
they're crazy and they take insane risk. He died on a racetrack going
Yeah.
like 190,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that's just what. And I told people like these guys they have the same spirit, the same drive, the same insanity and autism
Yep.
that drives them to be a billionaire is the same thing that is their undoing.
You know, it's
Because they have to push harder, longer, more money, more intensity, more risk. They can't get enough.
and you're right. It is with a lot of the billionaires. They always have to do something. They have to be active. They have to find something to conquer.
Yes.
But it seems like it's that way with people. Conquer. Conquer. It's not just them. It's mostly them. But you get a lot of like people that aren't even billionaires. They're just famous people. Like you get like especially back in the olden days, you'd have your Paul Newmans and Steve McQueens and stuff. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, I got to drive fast. And they start racing and stuff. Paul Newman was a really, really good driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like excellent race car driver.
yeah.
Steve,
He had a team at one time, didn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
Steve McQueen was a very good driver.
Yeah.
But he got to the point where he drank too much and also drove. So
Yeah.
didn't help out. But
Yeah.
but it's just it's
James
something.
Dean.
James Dean. He was a driver. Jane
He was a
Mansfield.
driver. Jane Mansfield. She was a driver.
She lost her head over driving. She loved it so much. But
So-
but I think it's you're right. With the billionaires, it seems to be bigger expeditions, space, mountains, underwater, obviously, and then the racetrack counts too. But with famous people in general, it always seems like something I think a lot of them, it's for attention, some of them. But I think with like Newman and stuff, the racing was just something he really loved.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just did it. But it just seemed like they always have to do something that's out a little outside the norm.
Yeah,
Just something.
he was really into it for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why they had him in the first Cars movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like because he was a race fan. And then,
Yeah, well, like Joe Gibbs, too. Joe Gibbs started his own race. He was huge.
But Joe Gibbs is from the South.
Yeah, he was a huge. Yeah, right.
It makes sense.
I love Andy says blame Canada because we didn't start the fire.
It's true.
Yeah. So there was a something he sent me the other day.
But you be real quick. Be the Canada fires. It's like it's pretty bad when California is looking at Canada's wildfires. I'm like, that shit's pretty bad because they have that shit all the time, and they're like, Canada's wildfires are really bad. They're worse than ours. Technically, they're right, but they don't have them every single year.
I just don't get how. Why is it blowing back east? How's that happening? This is how
no, the fires now are in Quebec and they're blowing this way, so they're blowing west.
But isn't it like way above and?
Well, no, not with the way the winds work. No, it makes sense if it's because it's blowing kind of southeast, which is generally normal, because we're rotating east, so the wind is coming from here and like basically coming this way. So that makes sense.
Okay.
But we had remember before when they first started though, they were coming.
I think it's the lizard people.
It probably is.
Personally, that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know.
At the beginning of the month when we had the ones that were hitting New York and Philly and us and stuff, and the orange skies every night, that stuff was coming, was hitting just one of the jet streams and like swirling around. This one's actually going the direction it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
It just sucks ass. That's all.
So Joseph asked, "Hey brothers, is it just me or does all beer taste the same?" At first, yes, it all tastes like shit.
Yeah,
because it's actually just poison.
Yeah,
but when you get older and your body gets used to the poison, you will notice the difference.
Oh yeah.
Like for instance, when the first time I got drunk, Al got me a 40 of Mickey's, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
malt liquor.
And I freaking was like, help, and I kind of tipped over. I would never. You couldn't pay me to drink malt liquor right now, but back then it was like, oh, to me, it could have been a German dark beer, a Mickey's, or a Miller Lite. I wouldn't have known the difference at all.
Yeah,
because it just has that. It's gonna taste like hairspray.
There's definitely German beers and like Dutch beers and like there's like heavy beers that are definitely got more distinct taste to it. But yeah, for the most part, I guess yeah.
You're in trouble when it stops tasting like hairspray.
Yeah,
that's when your life's gonna go down.
So tastes like water going down.
So when Andy sent the blame Canada because we didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something else that goes along with that because see, the other day Andy was on his way into work and he sent me a text, and the text goes a little something like this. He goes.
To the beach, all day.
He's like, Fallout Boy redid We Didn't Start the Fire.
Why?
I can't describe how awful it is. The original was terrible, and somehow they made it worse.
Terrible's a strong word. I'm just saying.
Pete Wentz figured it out somehow.
He's like, I heard it on the way to work, and I'm still pissed.
I'm gonna have to listen to it. But
I have decided that I don't think I want to hear it, but
I gotta hear it.
I might have to.
I mean, I disagreed to one thing. I don't think the original song is terrible. I thought it wasn't his best work. But when it came out and I was a kid, I thought it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about stuff. He's like Marilyn Monroe and shit. And he's whatever he's talking about,
Yeah.
That's a perfect impersonation.
Marilyn Monroe. I don't. Maybe we'll end the show with it just to hear it.
The Fall Out Boy one,
and then we'll shit on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm all for shitting on something for you people, the listeners.
Joseph, I don't know what kind of variety of different beers, ales, whatever they have over there. I mean, I know a few, obviously.
I'm sure they have pints of warm lager.
Yeah, a lot of you guys drink stuff warm over there. I don't know why.
Like they drink at room temperature.
Yeah,
that's 53 degrees.
Yeah,
so
But it's still, I don't understand why. But whatever, that's your whatever. That's fine.
Whenever I got Guinness, I always left it out. Like, or when I'd go somewhere and get it on tap, I'd always get 2 of them, and then I would just kind of sip on the one at first.
Yeah.
And then I'd let them get to room temperature, then drink them.
But as you get older, you start to taste some of the differences, especially the darker browns and other stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
Now, Europeans say that we drink our beer cold so we know it's not piss.
Yeah.
Because I guess our booze tastes like shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I've heard it many a times.
But see, we in that competition to have a greater beer, we created IPAs in these little microbrews that are pure snobbery.
Yeah.
And they're even worse than Europeans.
So
I would rather hang out with 10 Europeans than one IPA drinker any day of the week.
the guy in front of me at 7-Eleven.
One micro brewer.
Yeah, a microbrewing American is a fucking scum.
There was
and I want them put into a camp.
there was a guy who came into 7-Eleven while we were there.
Yeah.
Alan had bought his stuff, or he was getting ready to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And he was in front of me.
You're talking about man bun?
Well, and as soon as the guy walked in, he had the beard, he
Yeah.
had the shorts, he had flip flops, he had a man bun.
Yeah.
And he started walking towards the beer, and I'm thinking,
Yep.
IPA.
Yep.
And then he gets in line in front of me, and Voodoo Ranger, Fruit Juicy,
Yeah.
Haze IPA.
Yeah.
I knew it as soon as he walked in the door.
Yeah. He definitely reeked of yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't have a problem with the IPAs. I'm not a snob about them. I like different types of beers. When I drank, I don't drink anymore, but I get it. But some of the people are like, it's not even tribal. Like we talked about the video games and stuff. It's like pure just stuck up snobbery.
And happy birthday, Andrew.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Kiddo.
yeah.
We opened up with you, but I had a bunch of it was kind of squashed by technical difficulty. And
Yeah. Happy birthday.
happy birthday. How old are you now? Are you
28, 29,
Oh, yeah.
no, he's
36.
I think he's 19.
Yeah, I know he is.
yeah.
Oh, you guys were being facetious. I
Yes.
got you. Okay. I thought you were being serious.
Yeah, the Dragon Mead, which is our the closest microbrew, they're if you wanted to make a stereotypical microbrew place that checks all the boxes of the nerd shit.
Yeah.
Like they got beer yoga and beer yoga. First of all, those two things nary should ever
No.
They should.
cross paths.
No.
And that's like one's a healthy thing, one's not.
Yeah.
And
They had the gaming night where you come and play chess or like Stratego and all these-
D&D.
D&D.
Fuck them, man.
Now, the one over in the shores, the Copper Hop, they don't do that shit. It's like it's a brewery and they make all those IPAs and all the snobby stuff, but they have hot chick waitresses.
They
that's
they
good.
have one in the shore.
Oh yeah, St. Clair Shores has been trying to get the downtown going for a while. So between between 9 Mile and that street that comes in past the post office is downtown.
Return
Crossing the
of
shores
the
in.
Mac.
Well, I didn't know they have a Dragon Mead there.
No, they do actually.
Oh.
Used to be it's across the street from what used to be Steve's back room.
Oh.
So there's Dragon Mead there, and then up the street they got Baffin, and then the downtown area they got Shores Inn, which they have a bunch of stuff they keep on tap, special beers. But then Copper Hop, there's a brewery.
Because like the last time that I went to Dragon Mead, well, I only went 3 times, and that was with my ex-brother-in-law, and that was when I was living in the apartment. They were just it was one little place.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I saw they expanded since then.
Oh, yeah.
But it was literally one storefront in that strip mall.
Yeah.
Now that I think they have the whole strip.
That whole building, yes.
But like all they really had, they had beer, and they had like some like mixed nuts and pretzels, and then they had a horsehair dartboard. One.
Oh, yeah.
They were it was really small, but it was really new. It was just opened, I think, because like John said, "Hey, let's go over here and have a beer here, man." He goes, "I went in there one day and I had this one brand. It was really good. There's one flavor they have, and we ended up having like 3 of them, and we got so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
On 3 of them." It was like the strongest one they had. And we had to call his wife to come pick us up.
Yeah.
When I went to Dragon Mead over there, and they were making fun of me because I like light beers, like even beyond the fat thing. I just don't like dark, heavy beers. I never did.
Right.
I just like light
Yeah.
ales, and I and I looked at the guy because he seemed like a normal dude, but I didn't really hear him talk yet because he had a beard and everything. And I go, they're making fun of me. They're like doing the jokes about me being a pussy, this and that. I said, give me the most feminine thing you got. He goes, I'm right here.
Yeah.
And he was a gay guy. He's like, all right, second. The second most feminine thing you got.
He had a boat and everything.
Yeah, I asked him, I go, dude, you got a boat? He's like, I do actually. He goes, I knew it. I go, every gay guy has a boat. He's like, I kind of think we do. He
true.
didn't refute my point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew you had a boat.
Maybe not all across the world, but definitely in Southeast Michigan,
Yeah,
every gay
because
guy's
it's
got
a
a boat.
bunch of fresh water, and
Yeah.
they go out on Muscatine Bay, and
But
they
you
have a
do,
good time.
There's even the one in the shores, the new Dragon Meat is kind of the same way, kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
That stuff going on. But you go to like Copper Hop and Baffin and stuff, and it's like a bar. It really is. There's chicks there hanging out. They got food trucks outside, so you can get food and everything.
Yeah.
But and then there's waitresses who are good looking women. So it's like a bar.
Oh.
So at least they're trying to,
So all you got to do with a good looking woman is be like, they love that.
brothers, here's some beers I have drunk. Corona, Beck's, Foster's. P.S. I chugged the Coronas and then I had a cheap beer before. I can't remember the name of it though. P.S. Happy birthday, Andrew. Okay, I don't care about that stuff. I was more about the beer. So you've had a couple different beers. Yeah, Corona's one that's easy to drink.
What's the drinking age over there, son?
Apparently 14 or 15.
Apparently.
Well, we would like to point out that we do not in any way, shape, or form condone underage drinking.
But
We
he's
are
in another
against it,
country, though.
But he's in
so-
another country across the ocean, and we can't stop him.
Yep.
So we can only tell him that Foster's sucks, and you should have went with something different.
Yeah, no, Foster's isn't good.
I don't like Foster's.
Beck's is okay. Corona's.
Aussies are.
It's 18 over there.
okay.
okay.
Aussies are badass. They're tough dudes, but Foster's nah.
Well, that's why they're so tough. They have to drink the worst shit.
Yeah, like I don't like it.
I'm not a Foster's fan either. I always thought it was cool because of fucking commercials growing
Yeah,
up,
they had the great commercials. Yeah.
but it's not true.
It's not the worst
Yeah,
beer.
it was what Foster's Australian for beer.
Yeah,
It's not the worst beer I ever had, but I wouldn't go out of my way to have one again.
no,
And that was a perfect Australian accent.
that was perfect. And remember how often those commercials were on
Yeah.
TV?
Yeah.
So much so that when Outback came around and they also had an Australian thing, I literally thought they were the same company.
Yeah.
I was like a teenager. I'm like, oh, it must be part of Foster's or something. I was an idiot. Whatever.
They did sell it on tap
That's true. That's true.
because they used to
Are
sell
there-
it cheap.
Are there any other Australian beers of note that anybody can think of?
No,
Me either. Okay. Next.
No.
I think it's Outback and then Foster's, and that's it for culinary stuff.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to drink them.
Vegemite.
I used to drink them at when we would go to
Sorry, I left that
Outback
Vegemite
because
there.
they were always cheap.
Yeah.
You get a giant one for like $2
Oh yeah.
Well-
Well, that's a yeah, but you're doing.
but it was
the
on
Australian
tap,
thing
so
there.
it wasn't that bad. Really,
So-
it wasn't as bad as like the King. Those big fucking oil cans of it.
Yeah, those things are like
Yeah.
you got to have a big meat hand to
Yeah.
handle it.
And first of all, I don't like this Outback. Anyways, I think it's a pile of shit location. I hate it.
Yeah, we haven't been there since I threw a fit because
Is it even open? Because it literally, I mean, I'll drive by at 4:30 in the afternoon and there's nobody there.
yeah, it's it's open because
I know
it's busy
They're
at
not.
night.
They must not be doing lunch or anything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
busy
don't
at
wanna-
night and it's busy on Sunday and after
Don't want to get a
church.
bloomin' onion with spit and cum in it.
No, we can make blooming onions at home.
Basically, like what happened was during my parents had gift cards, and during the height of the pandemic, early in it, we ordered from there 3 fucking times, and they told us like 20 minutes or whatever, and we go there and get it, and we bring it home, and I'm not kidding you, ice cold.
Yeah.
And I figured it out eventually. I go, fuck this. They're making all these fucking meals up and putting them in containers, and they're not fucking. They've been made an hour or two before.
Yeah. They're just doing they don't have any special meals. It's all
Yeah.
just these basic ones that they know they're going to sell.
Yeah. So I was like, I just said, well, I'm never eating there again. So for some reason, Mom and Dad haven't done it since then.
It's because of you.
Yeah, I told him go ahead. You don't have to worry about me, but
They're
I'm not
better
eating
off
it.
not. I mean, the blue. I will give you that. I like blooming onions. I haven't had one in a while, but
It's all right.
that's another thing. It's good if it's made right, but they're always like soggy and all the shit's falling
Well,
apart.
the
and
thing about an onion, if it's not crisp,
yeah,
it's slimy.
Well,
and that's what happens.
the thing is, like
you
that's
get a slug.
basically that is an onion ring, essentially.
Eh,
You know,
Yeah, that looks
I mean,
cool.
you're
It's an onion
you're
ring.
battering an onion,
Yeah,
It's an onion ring that looks like a deformed coffee cake.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you to make good onion rings, you have first of all you have to like kind of take some of the liquid out of the onions. You
Yeah.
know, they've got to kind of like dry out a little.
So,
Right. 3
Joseph,
years.
you got 3. So you're 15 now. You need to go get you a job, white boy.
get a job, get married, have a family.
You crackety ass cracker. Start working.
I felt bad that one day he kept on saying, "I need to get a job." I'm like, just find a job as a chimney sweep. I just kept on naming all these like the stereotypical British jobs.
From like the 1800s.
I was like, he's like, there's not really a lot of need for chimney sweeps now, brother. I'm like, well, what about this? What about a newspaper?
What about
boy?
what a cabin
What about
boy?
a newsie?
A cabin boy for a vessel.
Yeah,
Bring lots of citrus.
A cabin boy for a pirate ship.
I felt bad afterwards. I didn't feel bad when I was doing it. I didn't feel that bad anyways.
Yeah, you can work at a pub.
Yeah. What about the sweatshops? You know they have the where they live and they work.
Yeah.
And
Back in the day.
The child labor was a thing because they needed them little tiny hands.
Yeah.
But so now those Chinese, they're small anyway. They could be 25, and them little tiny hands get in there.
Well,
So we don't need to do that no more.
They just put nets out on the side of the building, so if somebody tries to jump out the window, they catch them.
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
Get back to work.
You can't even kill yourself to get out of
Yeah.
work in China.
You
You get snagged on a net.
Joseph,
Get snagged.
Joseph, you need to move out to Birmingham and stuff.
Yeah, Birmingham.
and work in the mills.
Yes.
That's what you gotta do.
And you know they collect your ass out of that net, throw you right in front of your machine again.
Go get a job with the Peaky
What
Blinders.
I say you do is you go and you get yourself a job for just a short time, and then you go buy yourself a guitar and an amp, and then you become a rock star.
That's the plan.
Yeah, you're British. You're
Yeah.
by nature, you're going to be good at the arts
Yeah.
in some kind
If
of way.
Ed Sheeran can do it, you can do it.
That's in your genetic code.
Is he British?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think I asked that before.
He is.
Okay.
he's not Welsh or any of that offshoot
He's
shit.
straight up.
okay.
He looks like he's a straight up Irish ginger, but he's like no,
Yeah.
he is British.
No, so you guys are more sophisticated in the arts and stuff.
Yes.
So it's in your blood, man.
Oh yeah.
Grab an instrument, start making music,
Or you just
or
write-
act. They're
just-
really good at acting.
They're very good at acting.
Or join the British Royal Army.
Yeah, the RAF.
And we're better than
Royal
them.
Air Force.
Is that what they are? The Royal Air
Well,
Force?
they got an army too, but I mean, the Air Force is.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if you can do that 15 though.
who knows?
Yeah, be a thespian. That's an
yeah.
actor. Just so you know.
Oh, I thought it
They're
was.
going to be making a Harry
I
Potter
thought a
movie or
thespian
somewhere
was.
along the
I
way.
thought a thespian
Well,
was
I-
a chick
dude-
who likes other chicks.
Guys, I got it. Joseph, you're British. I'm sure you know how to write words. Just write the sequel to The Hobbit and stuff. You know, the next book, the next Hobbit thing. You're probably related to J.R.R. Tolkien somewhere along the line. Everybody's related over there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 6
Exactly.
degrees of Kevin Bacon, but Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
There
It's
you
true.
go. I got
There
you.
you go.
Did Tolkien fuck a lot of
That-
chicks?
You're probably related to Charlemagne and a bunch of other people too.
Jeffrey Chaucer.
Yeah, that's
Genghis Khan.
Well, we
might
all
be.
are. I
Julius
think.
Caesar,
Like
maybe.
at least a third of us,
You
right?
you could be related to Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He liked to plow some ass too.
And he was all up over in those Gallic. Wait, no, Gaul.
The steps.
Yeah, but I'm
Are
thinking.
you from? Are you of the steps?
That's a little bit further west, but I know what you mean. Hibernia. That's what they called it. Hibernia. That's Ireland and shit.
Oh yeah.
So maybe you're like, yeah. Anyways, let's stop making fun of
Yes.
All right.
Joseph.
Back to the important.
How
thing.
did that billionaire die on the racetrack though? Was he driving or is it like
Yeah, he was driving.
okay? What kind of cars?
I don't know.
I didn't look into it.
I didn't
did
really
literally-
look. I just knew that he died in an unnecessary way because he has billions of dollars and does not need to be doing that.
I did literally no research.
Now
on
it's
that.
not worth it.
Literally.
Yeah,
can't-
when
see,
I
you
when
know
I
do it
read
slow down, I can't do it.
when
right.
I read the talking points of the day, I'm like, I'm going to do some research on some of these.
Yeah.
Do some research, man.
And then I didn't.
The only research I did was on Bobby Bonilla Day, and I figured out the exact monetary amount he receives from the Mets, and it's $1.193 million every year on July 1st. That's it. That's all the research I did for the show.
Shit.
I was busy doing stuff. I was sleeping and, other things.
Now-
Made a chicken sandwich.
So that dude, that Draws dude, he was
Darren Drozdoff. Yes.
already like crippled from wrestling or something.
Yeah.
He was a quadriplegic.
Ooh.
D'Lo Brown gave him an ill-fated power bomb.
Yeah.
That messed him up, spinal cord, and
Yuck.
but he ended up being working in wrestling, and he was a blogger and essayist.
Yeah.
And
Because
he
that's
did-
what they have him listed as, American essayist.
And when he, as he aged with his beard, he kind of looked like Penetration, our buddy.
yeah.
You're saying that Ben looks like a bearded quadriplegic.
Yes, that's
All
what I'm
right.
saying. When Ben was on the heavier end, he's lost weight.
I got you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
But Ben's like I'm two of Ben now. Ben slimmed way the hell down.
Yeah.
I remember we were still watching when Droz made his debut in the
Yeah, yeah.
WWE, and he's an ex-football. He's an ex-football player. He was in good shape.
Holy shit, he totally looks like Ben when Ben was chubby.
He was in really good shape. He could do some of the moves and stuff, but he was known for being able to vomit on cue. Like he threw up on the ball. He was a center or something. I remember.
When he got signed by WWF at the time.
Yes.
And McMahon was like, okay, we're gonna have like in the boardroom, like there's like this, all the higher ups there. He's like, all right, could you puke for me? He's like, he's gonna puke, and like made him puke like right there in front of everybody, and he did it.
He can make himself puke, like right away. That was his thing.
But
he was a decent wrestler.
he actually lived a long time because like quadriplegics, like their shit, they just get infections and many things go wrong because if you don't move your body, things clot up.
So
and
how long ago was it when it happened?
Oh God,
it was long. He made it a lot longer than Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Way longer.
Oh, it's. I mean, you. I don't know if we were still watching, but we hadn't been not watching that long at this point when he got paralyzed.
So 20 years at least.
It's probably pushing 20 years.
And Christopher Reeve, it happened to him, and it was not that long.
No,
he made it a while.
He
but,
lived along, but not that. Yeah, I don't think he lived 20 years.
Like,
No.
you can't move. You can't get any circulation in your shit.
Because like Reeves' wife died of cancer, and then he died like a year or two after that. I think.
That actually could have just been despair on top of everything.
Yeah.
He
else.
was paralyzed for almost 24 years.
oh, so
October
like
of '99.
almost half his
Let's
life
do a
because he
side-
died at 54.
I want the side beside him and Reeves. Give it to me. Who went longest?
Oh, it was.
I know who went longest, but I want to know the.
Oh, you want to know the actual time?
I want to actually because Reeves
went-
from paralyzation to death versus Draw's paralyzation to death. 'Cause I know Draw's.
I don't even know if Reeves made it 15 years.
It wasn't nowhere near 24.
No,
But I'm gonna go with 12, without knowing.
let's find.
you know,
out.
in the size department, Christopher Reeves was probably a little bit less weight, but he was taller than Draws.
He was a tall guy, 6'4".
Yeah, good shape, but he wasn't built like Draws.
Now Draws was a
So
down
he
lineman.
passed away in 2004.
Oh, he was paralyzed in '94. So
10
he only
years.
He only made 10 years.
Okay, so more than double.
Maybe 95 even. He only made like 9 years, I think.
1995, May 27th.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So my advice to everybody out there: do not get paralyzed if you can avoid it at all.
Don't do it.
It's we have a bad opinion on paralyzation.
We do. We also because we had a
gotta
principal who was like that, and he probably could.
Marty.
He put a bad taste of paralyzed people in our mouth. We don't like it.
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
Marty was a fucking pig, man.
And the thing was, they showed. I remember before I go pee, they showed videos of him playing basketball on the thing when we were in high school, and I was like, oh, this is from a while ago, and everybody started laughing.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I still, I'm not making fun of other paralyzed people, just as one, and I've told the story on the show before, but it bears repeating. So he had his van,
Yes.
and he would pull up he pulled up on like the sidewalk. It wasn't a street.
Yeah.
It was a four wide
Yeah.
sidewalk.
They made it up to the side, up to the
right
building,
by his
right by his
office.
Yeah.
And he pulled up his special van. They had to drive with his hands
Yes.
because you couldn't use feet. So
Yeah.
the accelerator and everything was on that.
Yes, he would drive.
And and then he would back out of that, like inside the van. He would back up and then go out the side.
Yes.
To have that special van or the doors with the ramp that went down, and the hydraulics stopped working, so the door wouldn't open and the ramp wouldn't come down. He got stuck in his van, and no one realized it for like 2 hours. He was stuck in his, and it was before cell phones, kids.
Yes. Yes.
So no one, all of a sudden, his assistant was like, "He's not usually in his lane." She kind of realized something was up, and she looked down and saw his van there. She's like, "What the heck?" So it was winter also,
Yeah.
and he got stuck in his van for like 2 hours, and they had to like cut him out of the fucking van.
Really?
They had to like do something. They had to cut into something to get the hydraulic to release.
Oh my God.
It was bad. I think it was the same winter. So he got stuck in the van, and then later that winter, they went Christmas shopping. He went to one of those department stores, and somebody rode with him, and somebody had taken the handicap spot, so he couldn't park near the building. So she was trying to find a spot, and she let him out so he can go in the store, and she's like, "I'll move the van." Well, it's not the same type of driving, and this person hit the reverse the accelerator and rammed right into him with the van and knocked him out of the chair and broke his leg and his arm.
Jesus.
That was all in the same winter.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like he did not have good luck.
Yeah. Well, my friend's mother, after his secretary passed away, my friend's mother was his secretary for a while, his assistant.
Oh,
Yep. When she worked for his schools.
did not know that.
Neil's mom.
Why I figured that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she didn't talk highly of that guy at all.
No, most people didn't.
No.
Most
He was
people
an
didn't.
asshole. He was an asshole before the accident.
Yeah, people. It wasn't the accident that did it because
no, he was a pig.
he
He
was
was a fucking pig.
my father-in-law's principal and all his brothers and sisters' principal over at the other high school.
yeah.
And no one had okay. My father-in-law and both his brothers sucked. They were assholes in school. They
Yeah.
admit to it.
Yeah.
Whatever punishments they got, they probably deserved. But the sisters were both like Danielle's aunt was valedictorian or
Yeah.
salutatorian the year she graduated. She was a good student.
Right.
But he hated the brother so much that he took it out on her, and then ended up taking it out on her other aunt too when she started to come up. She's the youngest,
Yeah.
and said something to her aunt, and basically her aunt was like, "Well, it was something with what she was wearing." He's like, "Oh, that's not appropriate." She's like, "I think it is. It's she's like according to the handbook," and he kind of put him in his place, and he didn't like that, so he said something. She's like, "Well, let's just call my mom and bring her down here." Well, he did not have a good relationship with my wife's grandmother. Like, I'm not saying he was scared of her, but he was kind of scared of her.
Right.
Yeah.
She was mean, And he's like, let's call my grandmother. He's like, "Oh, there's no need for that. Let's just figure this
right.
out."
Let's just
We're gonna work it out here, toots.
The facts are that the fact is that most people didn't like him because he was a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he was an ass beforehand.
Yeah.
He was an ass after.
Yeah. Like, I mean, me and him had our battles, and it was really because, all I wanted was to drop the fucking last class of the day. I wanted a different class, and he's like, "That's not happening." I go, "Well, then I'm just not going to it." He goes, "Then you'll be in trouble every fucking day." And I go, "Good." And then it got to the point I wasn't living at home. I was living on my own, and I'd miss school and he'd be like, "Oh, well, what's, you can't just, you didn't call in or anything." I go, "Marty, I can do whatever I want. I don't live at home." And I called him Marty, and it pissed him the fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I start calling him Marty all the time. I go, "Well, I'll call in for myself then." So I just start calling in. I go, "Hey, can you patch me into Marty, or just tell Marty I'm not going to be here today?" Yeah. And then he had to find a way to kick me out. And that's what he did.
Like you said, he was an ass his entire career.
Yeah.
He was an ass before. He was an ass after.
Yeah.
He wasn't injured because of some tragic accident.
Oh, no.
He got drunk, jumped off a garage, right?
Yeah,
into the
his
pool and
Yeah.
got paralyzed.
Yeah.
He's a stupid fool.
Yeah. Yep.
He got what he did. No, I'm not going to say that. But
No.
I'm not going there.
Mike was
Mike was in the other room trying to eat something, and he's almost choked on it.
But so
The man got what he just did. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not. No one deserves that.
God took him one piece at a time.
Yep. So, he didn't live too far from here either. Right across.
No, not at all.
Across, not far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's over there. No, he was. I mean, he legitimately. He hated my father-in-law for a reason. The story is that my father-in-law him got into it, and he threw a desk out the second-story window. He was a teacher at that point too.
Yeah.
And he threw a story, and then my father-in-law didn't finish high school. He ended up getting his GED, but that was one of the last things. And it's like, he's like, yeah, you hated me. I threw a desk. I'm like, oh, that's kind of an asshole move. But there was more to it than that. I'm not saying it was just Marty being an ass. It was probably, in that case, 50-50. Marty's an ass, and also my father-in-law was also an ass. So, not that he is now. He's a great guy. Just saying, back then, teenager,
Well, yeah.
it was bad. He had the same problem as I did because his older brother was there and he sucked. And then when it got passed down to him, all of a sudden he's related to this guy. He sucks too. I got the same treatment
Yeah, you probably did.
because
Because of me?
yeah,
Yeah.
the first time I ever got in trouble, he's like, "Oh, you Alan's brother?" I'm like, "Yeah," not thinking anything of it.
That was
And he's
bad.
like, "Oh," and I got a Saturday. It was fun.
Yeah.
Saturdays were fun.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. I got
Dr.
kicked out
Harry.
of Saturday.
Nice.
Well, no, they're like the thing they told me, I'm like, I'm ready. I packed my bag, I had everything ready to go, and they're like, you got to bring a reading book because they make you read for like this amount of time during the Saturday. I'm like, okay, I get to read. This is awesome. I loved reading, and I packed my book. I swear I did. I had it ready, and I got there, and my book was not in my bag. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I never found my book. I don't know what happened to it. But I got kicked out. He's like, you got to have a reading book. I'm like, you guys don't have anything here I can read? He's like, nope, you got to bring your own. I'm like,
So you had to come back for another Saturday?
I never went.
No?
I never went. I never, ever went. So I never actually served a full Saturday.
Yeah.
I remember that you were, as far as I remember, one of the first people to ever get a Saturday.
I was the first person
to get a Saturday in
to
the
get a
city.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And the reason that I know that for a fact is because I got it on the second day of school.
That's nice.
So,
It's stupid. Also, why they're giving people Saturdays. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to go to the Saturday. Well, then
Was
you-
it always the black dude that made you do push-ups?
Dr. Heron?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It was
Dr.
that
Heron,
guy.
he was a nice
kicked me
guy,
out
though.
because I didn't have a reading book.
I liked him.
I only had one Saturday, and I didn't have to do push-ups because I knew to go in there and just keep my mouth shut.
Well, that was another thing too. Is when we got into class, like he's going through and he's taking roll basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, I walked in. He goes, "Who are you?" I go, "Alan Dunlap." He goes, "Mr. Dunlap." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, you have the privilege of being the first one to show up, and you were the first one to get this." I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "Yeah, you were the first name that came across this sheet that I have here." I'm like,
Nice. First.
"Oh."
Number
Yeah.
one.
And then he said, "Glad you're on time." Because I was there on time. I'm like, I haven't been on time to school yet, but I was on time to Saturday.
Yeah, that's
the
what really,
Neil Armstrong.
Oh,
of
and I
Saturday.
totally just gave my name away. Damn it.
Oh, you
Oh,
doxed
that-
yourself.
Yeah,
You
they-
doxed me by doing that though.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was I never understood that though. They're like, "Hey, you're getting a Saturday for skipping school." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm not going to go."
Right.
Well, then we're going to suspend you on Monday. I'm like,
Yeah.
"So you give me the thing I want. I don't want to be in school, and you're making me not come to school even more. How is that punishment?"
By the way,
you can't come to school. Oh no.
just interject real quick. Anybody with 13 seconds could dox us, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah. You know.
I'm probably being watched by someone else's stream right now.
Yeah.
Here's a funny one.
Here's where fat fuck Mike does his stream right here. I'll go in there and fuck with him in a minute. Hold on.
They're going to come in and swat us.
So in high school, when I got busted, when I got suspended for smoking
Yeah.
in the bathroom, it was the only time that I wasn't smoking in the bathroom.
Of course.
Seriously, I went in to pee, and like the dividers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm peeing, and there was a dude at the urinal, and then there was one. So I walked into the toilet.
Yeah.
And he was smoking, and he stuck his cigarette on the hinge of the divider, left it sitting there, and then he saw the teacher come in, and he just walked out, and then I walked out and out of the stall, and he's like, "Come with me." I go, "Where are we going?" He goes, "To the office." I'm like,
Come with me if you want to live.
"For what?" He's like, "For smoking." I'm like, "Dude, I was just pissing, man." And he's like, "No, look, I saw you smoking that." I go, "You didn't see me smoking that." He goes, "You were smoking it." I go, "No, this was the only time I actually wasn't smoking in here."
You sound like Vinny from My Blue Heaven. This is the one time I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, right.
I mean it right now.
But it was real. I swear to God, I did not even hit that cigarette. He fucking goes, "Come." I'm like, "Whatever, dude."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're gonna get a couple days off." I'm like, "Whatever. Fuck it." I go, "I hate this place anyway."
Also, My Blue Heaven's an underrated movie.
Yes.
Love that movie.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, besides the point. It sucks. It sucks being charged with stuff you didn't commit, crime you didn't commit.
Right.
He had a blood libel against you and your kin.
Like
Yeah.
all my DUIs, that was all bullshit. It was the cops picking on me.
It was Marty.
As they were.
It was the cops picking on me.
They're like,
They're like, "I'm gonna pull this dude over and give him a DUI."
They pull
He
you
didn't
over.
even drink.
They pull you over, and there's a man sitting in the back seat, and you look back there, and all of a sudden, they light their cigarette, and you see from the flame, it's Marty's face. It's like, I'm finally getting you, Alan.
He's like, "You're gonna pay the rest of your life.
It's like, I thought you died 10 years ago. No, I came back just to get you.
You're gonna pay the rest of your life calling me Marty. You could have addressed me right."
You guys, the name Marty is triggered me to our old friend Marty.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll never forget. And I was talking about this with my parents because he was a tree guy.
Yes.
And that tree, I'm having a contractor finally just get rid of it, like stump and all.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Is he still doing?
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
But what happened? Marty is a great guy, and if he happened to be seeing this, Marty, I'll always love you. You're a great friend.
Oh, Marty's a great guy.
But he relapsed. Okay.
Oh.
And when he went like 10 full years of nothing.
Right.
Totally clean everything, and then he came to of all things to a family party I had with my parents and shit and like little kids, and he had relapsed. Okay, I'm not going to give any other details of how bad it was, but he had clearly relapsed. So I'm calling different people. What's the right course of action? You know, because he's relapsed and this and that, and it was bad. Anyways, basically, our friend Nick, our drummer, was like, "Oh, I'll take care of it," and he went and immediately told some people that needed to hear it.
Right.
I just wasn't willing to do it.
Right.
So Marty calls me, and he's like, "I get it, I did wrong." He said, "But you didn't need to ruin my fucking life." And you and Nick, and he thought there was this big conspiracy with me and Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, because he isn't, an addict brain, not him.
Right.
But he's like, there's a big conspiracy of me and Nick in his mind. And I said, "Dude, that's the first time I have talked to him in like years, because it was true." And I said, "Me and Nick don't hang out, no." And I go, but I was kind of literally, we don't hang out, nothing. Well, it just so happened today. It was like 3 weeks after that, something completely unrelated. I hadn't seen Nick in years. Nick came over to just visit me, and we were talking. And just by chance, Marty comes to the door.
Yeah.
With Nick here. The conspirators.
Yeah.
Plotting.
Yeah. And he looked at me and he got like choked up when he was going to say something and then left. I'm like, I didn't even do the, "Hey, it ain't what it looks like." I just said, "Dude." But Nick kind of set me straight. He's like, "He's the one fucking up, not you." I'm like, I know.
Yeah. Right.
But he, in his mind, you're here to get me and you to get him. That's his take.
Yeah.
But last I heard, he's doing really well, and he had another few years of sobriety that he's on right now.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good. But but when he relapsed, it got a little ugly. And in his mind, like me and Nick are like calling people, and we're gonna, fuck his life.
Here's the
up.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we gonna get Marty back? We gotta ruin him.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
I denied it but I wasn't even like trying to make excuses. Like, dude, I don't even hang out with him. I just told him what happened and blah blah blah, and we don't even hang out. And then he just so happened to come over when Nick was here after I.
Now, Andrew, are you telling me that you've been gone this whole time? I thought you were here, man.
I thought you were here, and then you're back.
Now you're back again?
Oh my God, you're back again.
All right.
You're a
I just-
Southern
I
renegade.
think I just quoted a Backstreet Boys song.
Back again.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Oh, it's
Backstreet Boys.
okay.
I didn't mean to quote them. I just did.
Yeah.
I accidentally did it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right?
Now-
Backstreet Boys.
We were talking about, the people that were dethroned, and we were talking about that Draws dude, but there's something else in wrestling that just celebrated an anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually something that I remember myself, even though I wasn't a wrestling fan, but I did watch that for some reason somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was the match of The Undertaker
Oh,
Greatest
and Mankind.
greatest pro wrestling match ever.
it's the greatest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I watched it, and I wasn't a wrestling fan. It was so good. I was like, holy shit.
Well, what got me into it, the 25th anniversary of it came up.
Yeah.
And Undertaker and Mankind, Mark and Mick, the real guys behind the
Yeah.
characters, sat down and rewatched it together. And they've never watched it together
Yeah.
since then. And it was the most amazing wrestling match I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yep.
And it was like a 9/11 moment where I'll never forget seeing it when it happened. Brian, I think it was me, you, and your brother,
Yes.
Craig, and we were watching it, and I was just with my mouth open the whole time. I'm like,
It was insane.
Mick is like, at that point they'd already admitted that wrestling was a work, and we knew it was a work, and these guys are performers. But even then, I was like, is he trying to kill him?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, is the Undertaker trying to kill this guy? Because he threw him off the top of a 20-foot cage onto a fucking table.
Yeah.
And then he threw it, and then the fucking thing broke. The top of the cage, the mesh broke.
Yep.
And he hit. I thought he was dead
His-
twice.
It was his tooth that came out of his nose, right?
Yeah, and then it looked like a booger, but it was his tooth.
It was his tooth and his nose. And then they both ended up with thumbtacks in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was
And
just
well, the Undertaker broke his ankle when the mesh broke in a simple dismount, like climbing down and then dropping down into the ring, like kind of. And he fucking reefed his shit.
Yep.
And I remember that match is still to this day is like I couldn't believe that what I had witnessed.
And it was like I told you, because remember when he threw him off the cage and went into the table? Which table was it?
Spanish announcer.
Spanish announcers.
Yeah.
Spanish announcers. It's always the Spanish announcers.
Yeah. and-
Anytime you see them and they're sitting out there and they do one little thing and they focus on, like, oh, here's a Spanish announcing team. And you look at their table. They basically just have, like, they have the covering and everything on it, but you can tell it's just like a piece of plywood and like some fucking sawhorses underneath that cloth.
and
That's all it is. And you're like, well, they're going to use that table for something.
And when he threw him off and he hit the table and went under, the Undertaker, he was talking about it. He's like, I remember Mick. I was just looking down there and like, Mick, please move. Mick, please move. And then finally I saw you moving. And I was like, okay. All right.
And
And
you-
he goes, I thought it was, he goes, that was such an intense thing. He goes, when they carted him off, that was legit. That wasn't part of the,
Oh, yeah. That's what,
Oh, yeah.
that wasn't part of the, they were like, all right, you're done for the night. This is it.
And he was like, nope. And he jumps off the.
And Mark Calloway, the Undertaker, was like, "Well, I got the easiest payday, of my life. I threw him off, and he's done." He goes, and then when he got off the gurney, he was like, "Holy shit, this crazy SOB." He's like,
My favorite part was JR. JR was like, this is sick.
yeah.
He was so over it.
I remember when it happened, like, because like there was silence for a minute, and then all of a sudden, nobody was really saying anything.
Nothing.
And then he goes, I want an ambulance. I mean it. He just says, I mean it. He's like, meaning like not in character, like I mean it. A real ambulance.
He was just disgusted by the whole thing. He was so upset. That was my favorite part.
And he goes, and then here he goes, now we're gonna get some idiot. Yeah, but they know how to fall. He said that during the match. He's like breaking character of like,
Yeah.
it's a stage like, yeah, but we're gonna get some idiot. Yeah, they know how to fall. He's like breaking character, like, yeah, this guy just died here.
Yeah.
It's like this.
And McMahon came out and was walking along the gurney, and then when he got up, just the look on his face is like I'm getting sued. Something bad's happening tonight. It's over. More lawsuits. Because it was after. Was it after or just before Owen Hart?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either.
But when they had that, then they had the Terry Funk came out, who was friends with both of them.
Yeah.
And he says, when I lean over before I hit Terry, because he's out there to help Mick, because they're friends, even though they're all friends.
Yeah.
He's like, take his pulse. It's like, 'cause there's a couple other things happen beside the table. He's like, take his pulse, Terry.
That was just.
He's like, Mark, he's got a pulse. And then he hits him.
Oh, actually, you know what my favorite part was when they're on the cage and they both step on that one panel and it kind of starts collapsing. They both just like stop and like wait for a second and then continue the match.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, is this thing gonna collapse?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Owen Hart was like 2 years later,
Okay.
99.
Yeah, that was kind of the end of when you still had extreme stuff after that, but it was not the same.
Right.
The Hell in a Cell actually the Hell in a Cell probably created a little bit more, but then after Owen Hart, it seems like things got a little tamer, but not too much.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny when you guys posted the talking points. I was looking at it, I'm like, dude, I saw that.
Yeah, that was a good match.
And I'm like, oh, yeah. I was trying to remember where I saw it, and
Probably at Ben's house. Ben was a big wrestling guy.
It might have been, but I don't think so, because it was right after I got out of the hospital, after I fell off the balcony.
Oh, same year, yeah.
It was like a
Or the
week and a
following-
half.
yeah.
It
You
was
had
like a
your
week-
own Hell in the Cell.
It was like 2 weeks after I got out of the hospital or some shit. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, because I was still like wearing the patch over the eye.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you were like watching Mick, like, yeah, dude, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that.
Well, I think I was because I was living at home, but I can't remember. I don't remember where I saw it. I cannot remember where I saw it. But I watched it, and I remember him going off the. I'm like, dude, that's eerily familiar.
Yeah.
You know?
PTSD.
Yeah, when you fell off when you did the railing thing, where their kids going ECW,
Yeah.
ECW, ECW.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole group of kids around.
Yeah,
Somehow they knew it was going to happen. It was weird.
Yeah.
yeah. Every time I see
I heard
somebody,
somebody go, "You got knocked the fuck out."
yeah, that match though will forever change. Like to me, nothing because you'll see stuff that's like more gory, like people doing weed whackers. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
but that was like Mick going off the top onto the table was the most insane wrestling spot I've
I
ever
watched it with
seen.
my kids about 6 months ago. I was like, you guys got to see this match. When I finally they gave me a deal for like Peacock Premium.
Yeah, for Xfinity.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I could watch a lot of it. I'm like, you guys got to watch this match. And I watched it with I had a Southern accent when I said it too. It was like talking about wrestling. You got to have a Southern accent. Like,
Right.
you guys got to watch this match.
All of a sudden, you're Dutch Mantel.
What did they think?
They're taking the cocaine.
They're coked out of their
They honestly, they
brains.
kind of did like JR and King did. They were silent for a minute. I'm like, they're like, is he stupid? I'm like, yeah, he's real stupid. Talking about Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Before it was over, they were slobbering at the mouth, coked out of their brain.
Out of their brain.
Now, you said Calloway and Foley watched that together.
yeah,
Like recently?
oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
like the June 28th was the 25th,
Yeah.
so they were watching it 5 days ago.
Oh, so they watched it.
And they recorded it, and the WWE put it out as a YouTube video of them
Yeah.
two watching it.
Oh,
I'd heard about that.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing, and like how friendly, they're friends they are and everything, but like
Yeah.
mutilating each other for entertainment.
well, like a few years ago, like when Undertaker retired, I watched like he was going around trying to collect like WWE memorabilia,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a documentary or something on A&E of him for it was like a couple hours. And I never knew anything really about him other than I knew that he was one of those guys that really took the character serious.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he didn't break character for
Yeah.
20 plus years.
Yeah, he never broke character. And then I'm like, he's talking, and I'm like, dude, I was like watching him. I'm like, dude, it's so weird watching him just talk all normal,
Yeah.
like a fucking like some cool dude, you know?
Yeah, well, people that meet him and know him, even the guys that like wrestle with him know him.
Yeah.
They say he is legitimately the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom Segura said the same thing.
Oh yeah, yep.
You see the Tom Segura talking about him?
No, I didn't.
Tom Segura said like because he has wanted to buy he wanted to build a home gym,
Yeah.
and Segura's in better shape now and everything. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
he's like okay because he lives in Texas now.
Yep.
And he's like, all right, I have a client that has your equipment. He says, you're welcome to come over and see the equipment, and I'll build you the same shit. And he goes, I call the guy. He goes, his name's Mark. So I call him and say, hey, Mark, hey, so and so said I could come by and check. And he goes, I go to the house, and this huge guy walks out, and then it dawns on me, this is the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes, hey man, he goes, hey, I'm Mark. He goes, I know who you are, man. I know exactly who you are. and he's like, he's the nicest guy, and he like showed me all the stuff. He's oh, this is the one you got to get, and he's like the sweetest man ever. You would never know that he's that way.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so he so like think about like how nice he'd have to have some. I mean, it was probably because he knew it was Tom Segura, but to let somebody come over and just check out the gear,
Right.
Like, yeah, dude, you got to buy this one, and this is the one you need, which leads into my next point. If you watch the Men's Health thing, all the guys that are, let's say, 60 plus, you're talking about Arnold, you're talking Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, where a Men's Health goes and checks out their home gym, checks out their fridge. Like, here, you got this in your fridge, and they checks out what they're eating. Every one of them, it's almond milk. Every down to the last one.
Why?
They don't eat dairy at all. Now I don't know if it's but they don't talk about because they'll say, well, carbs and sugar. They'll say that like, oh, the inflammation. I don't eat sugar. Hulk Hogan quit drinking finally.
Yeah,
at nearly 70, he finally stopped drinking.
But smokes a bunch of pot now.
Yeah, and he's like, he goes, the sugar makes my joints. I'm thinking about, well, why can't any of you have dairy?
Well, I think like it's I don't know,
I know
man.
it messes. I know that like if you drink tons of like pure vitamin D, I do 2%.
Yeah.
But if you had pure vitamin D, all right. See you later. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah.
See you when you get back, Ted. But the pure vitamin D stuff, or if you have like a bunch of Ben and Jerry's with that thick, dense, it can mess your stomach up.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like they can't just have any dairy at all when they get older.
I think that just a lot of people. I think that they just don't. They just because it does mess with. Dude, it gives you really bad gas, and I mean it's So I just think that people just like a lot of people just choose not to do it.
Yeah.
But I just don't get the almond milk thing because Neil does that too. He drinks only almond milk.
I mean, it's way. I mean, shelf life's amazing on it.
I mean, my thing is, where the fuck are the nipples on a fucking almond?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any problem with almond milk either, but we do. Well, I don't. I still have regular milk, but we have oat milk at the house.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's shelf stable, so you can just put it on a shelf. You don't have to refrigerate it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, almond milk, and like I'm not trying to sound like a hippie. I don't really care. Almond milk is really technically bad for the environment.
It is.
Because you can't once you make almond milk and you do whatever with it, you can't do anything else with it.
Well, it's not just that. It fucking uses like 4 times the amount of water.
Yes. And all that too. But it's when you're talking about sustainable stuff, you're talking about almond milk not being that way because once it's done, you can't do anything with it. Whereas like if you're doing like oat milk, once you're done making the oat milk, you can do something else with the oats afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little bit better.
Is it at least good?
Oat milk's fine.
What about almond milk?
I don't drink almond milk because my Dominic can have almonds or anything, so I'm not taking any chances.
Well, here's the thing about. I didn't mean to do that.
Lose weight.
I didn't mean to do that. All right, but the thing with almond milk, too much magnesium, it won't hurt you. Magnesium's good for you.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if I eat more than a handful of almonds, I will fucking piss out of my ass.
Oh yeah.
It gives you a lot of magnesium. Makes you it doesn't give you dangerous diarrhea where you dehydrate, but it makes you have the runs.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're having almond milk every day. That's the thing. I feel like it was some money for watching this podcast. Why? Because of the almond milk?
No, it was something that he saw this guy on I think it was on a bike or something. I can't remember exactly how it went. But I think I went in the store or something. Anyway, he saw somebody. I think he saw somebody on a bike or something. And he's like, I feel like I owe that guy some money for watching what he just did or something.
Yeah.
Okay. He was entertained without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I didn't see that part of it because I think I was in the store or something when it happened. But they were trying to explain it to me, but they were fucking laughing too hard.
Well, the other thing I don't like.
What about
milk,
this about almond milk? Does it have more
Palatability.
I mean, it probably got equal palatability.
I honestly don't know much.
liquid?
I don't know much about it.
Now, the difference between oat milk and almond milk is almonds are naturally have a little bit more protein, so maybe they're doing that to get the extra protein also. I don't know. But it's my thing is, I can get a case of 6 oat milks, or I can get a case of 6 almond milks. Oat milk's like $7, $8. Almond milk is like $480 or whatever it costs. It's a lot more money.
Yeah.
It's more money. So
it's a car
A,
payment.
it's cheaper, and B,
So now, like, all right.
It's-
So Donovan has peanut allergy. He's also
you,
allergic to
you can't
almond.
have almonds either. So
Oh, okay.
just as a precaution, we never got almond milk.
Right.
You know, just like we never got the soy milk either because I'm not drinking that shit.
Well,
you can
almost
get-
all
you can
soy
get-
is genetically modified
You
anyway.
can get
So
lactate milk where the lactose is taken out. And
Yeah.
That's where the allergy is. So that's what for when he was really young, we didn't buy milk. We bought lactate milk, and then if I got to a point where he could handle milk,
and then
but we only drink 1% anyways, but it's not even like real milk. At that
Well,
point,
that's what I mean. Like, all right, because like there's scientists that say that it might not be the lactose that's causing problems. It might be the pasteurization that causes
or
problems.
it could be. But he never had issues after that, so we know.
Yeah, because like I've heard about raw, like just unpasteurized, but you can't get it anywhere.
No.
It's like because it only lasts like 2 fucking days.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta drink it right
and
away.
you got to go right up to the udder and suck.
Yeah,
it.
basically you got to suck from the teat.
Now, when I make my overnight oats, so I make them at night and have them soak in the milk, and the next day I can have them for breakfast. I use the oat milk, and it's fine. I have no problem with it.
Overnight oats.
You know how to make oatmeal. Usually, you take
Yeah.
a packet, rip it open.
Hot water.
These are just
All oats.
These are just hulled oats. They're hulled oats, not Holland oats.
Yeah.
But it's the oats. It's just the oats, and you can take them and you soak them in. I just with mine, it's honey,
So
cinnamon.
they're not meal yet. They're just oats.
Yes, exactly. So if you do honey and cinnamon, Saigon cinnamon, because that's what Costco had. Not because of any reason. This is just what they had. And I have a seed mixture. It's hemp and flax.
No, Eric, but you can get a $10,000 fine.
Hemp and flax and something else all together in one, and that goes in there too. And then you just have it soak in the oat milk overnight. So in the morning when I go to eat it, it's been like 10 hours. It's tender, but it's not like mushy like oatmeal.
Just to get you high.
No,
So the hemp doesn't do anything.
no, it's just
Just a seed.
hulled hemp hearts.
So
But anyways,
oats.
but it's good, and the oat milk's fine for that. But I don't like. They're like, my wife and daughter are like, oh, you can just put it on cereal. I'm like, the fuck, I can't. It tastes like shit on cereal. If I'm having cereal, I'm having
Here's the
fucking milk.
Yeah, here's the fucking thing. Cereal. Now, I mean, I reluctantly, but I'll do it with 2% because that's what we have. But there ain't nothing like fucking whole fucking milk on my fucking cereal, and that's all there is to it.
It's like heavy cream to me. I can't do that.
Yeah, I love it. I love heavy cream. I used to drink half and half.
My pronouns
it.
are me and mine. So
Wait, so we can't
Mine are fat, lard.
we can't use your pronouns in this
you
state.
can do whatever you want.
I'm going just to make fun of troons. What's it? I don't know what the Zms or choo. What is the being arrested in Michigan thing for?
You can't be arrested. You can be fined.
For
Supposedly.
not using pronouns?
In theory, yes.
Huh?
They passed a law supposedly that where if you don't use someone's proper pronouns and they complain, probably in a workplace, that you can be sued.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, but that's not the that one is a big deal. But I don't run into a lot of trannies, so that's not a big deal. The one thing though that I do approve of is we have a law about fucking devices now.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, and I'm the most. I hate the government. I hate rules. I hate laws. I like people to just be able to do what the fuck they want.
Yep. But fuck you.
But
no
if you're
cell phones.
But I see people with their fucking cell phones
Yep.
all day long.
No.
All day long.
And they drive like shit.
And they drive, and they're sitting, especially like this person, people with their phone like this.
Yeah.
They think like this is helping. They got a speakerphone in their. This is worse than if you just held it to your ear.
Yeah.
This person that's doing this, and
Yeah.
they'll be swerving all over
I
the fucking road.
honestly, when I heard people bitching about it, I go, I fucking love it. And then
it's great.
somebody at work's like, well, you don't drive. I go, even when I did drive, and even when I drive after, I never fucking used it while I was driving, and I never fucking will. I'll stop at a light. I might look at it and see if somebody texted me, But I always fucking pulled over because fuck that. I didn't want to be one of the idiots that fucking slam into somebody.
Everybody does it.
Yep. That's why I love Bluetooth, because I don't have to worry about my phone and just connect.
In the UK, there's no age limit on CBD products or something. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know. Is there any age limit on CBD here? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Drugs for degenerates. I love them.
Yeah. That sounds like a cool band.
Yeah. It's fucking, DFD, man. Drugs for degenerates. Dude, I'm stealing it.
Stealing that
I'm
name.
trademarking that shit. I'm only text and drive. No text and drive.
Please don't do it.
None of it.
Don't do it, Morgan. Don't.
No.
I don't
That's
even know
worse. It's worse to text than it is to fucking talk and drive.
I mean, when I see people,
dude, I could easily put the phone up to my fucking ear and talk and drive than I could fucking texting and driving.
when I see people that,
And I got a cataract, so seeing is fucking.
unless your car is really old and it doesn't have it. When I see people in newer cars that I know have Bluetooth connectivity,
Yeah, right.
And doing the phone hold. This
Right.
phone
yes,
hold.
why?
Right.
Your phone is already connected to your fucking car.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Well, and here in the you know that those same people are the ones as soon as they get in their car, it's automatically connected as soon as they turn it on.
Yeah.
And their music is going through it and everything. But yet they got to hold the phone and talk.
I am not even I'm not joking about this. So the parking lot at my work, because people cut through it all the time because the Kroger's there,
Yep.
they'll cut through our
Yeah.
parking lot to get to the apartments.
Yep.
These people will be driving through, they'll be on their Bluetooth talking to somebody. It's so loud that you can hear it through our garage door into our shop. And if you walk out and look at them, they're talking on through the Bluetooth, and they still have the phone in their fucking hand while they're talking on Bluetooth. Why?
Yeah. You're I don't know all the laws, Joe, but you're probably right, Joseph. Because
I wonder
like-
if CB guys are grandfathered in. Like, hey, I'm on a CB. It's not a phone.
Yeah, it's not phone.
it's true.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how
don't
the
know.
law works.
But 18 is usually like a lot of states. 18 is like legal for probably for CBD, but definitely for like tobacco. In this state, they changed it. You have to be 21 to buy cigarettes now here, the same as alcohol. Now alcohol is 21 across the board in the United States. So, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know much about like what is legal or not legal, like age wise.
Perfectly legal.
Because I haven't been. I mean, I've been over 18 for 32 fucking years. So
a long time.
yeah, so like, and even then, like I pretty much had like 4 spots that I could buy booze at without showing an ID. So
Barely legal.
The I think CB people would be persecuted by that law too, because it says hands-free devices, so you can't have any devices in your hand.
The thing is, like, I think it should be different for CB because those guys know what they're doing.
do truck drivers still use CBs?
I don't think they do. Really,
I don't think so. Do they?
I don't know.
I think it's actually just like it's kind of like hot rodding or D&D. It's like a hobby.
Yeah.
Like people.
Yeah, I don't think like truck drivers use
It's-
them anymore.
They don't need it. I know
No.
that.
Yeah.
No, they're just talking.
Well,
to
shit, almost every truck's got a GPS now, don't it?
Yeah.
And so I mean, yeah, they
Camera, everything.
yeah. I mean,
Like my company, we're one of the last few that, like, it's coming, but as of now, we don't have cameras, like facing out.
See, that's the problem. So how am I supposed to get more idiots in cars videos if you guys aren't recording the
Yeah.
road for me?
I thought about doing a GoPro years ago just to
Yeah.
get some good stuff.
oh
for you
fuck
guys.
yeah.
Those dashboard cams are cheap. Not the GoPros, but like just the ones you can
fuck.
get. They fit in just like a fucking radar detector.
I mean,
would.
that's what like
$100.
That's what a lot of these guys are making their shows with and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, and like I watch all the I watch a lot of Motor Trend channel, old Velocity channel. I watch a lot of the car shows, but the one I really love is Roadkill. And the two guys like they buy like fucking junk ass fucking cars, and then they get it just barely running and go, all right, well, we're driving from Colorado to back to California. And they just get it running just enough to get moving, and then it dies all the time on them. But they got they do their whole show like that. They got a van that follows them in case something happens. But they got fucking cameras everywhere on the sides of their cars and shit.
Way
It's
to do
fucking hilarious.
Tell you,
Yeah.
I need my idiots in cars video. So please, everybody get a dash cam.
Right.
Can't live without it.
Yeah, like there's a fucking Instagram page that I got, Detroit Uncut. And there's always like crazy shit.
It's all a bunch of
No,
uncircumcised
there's like
dudes.
one. This dude's like, I'm pretty sure these guys stole this car. There's like, and they didn't finish stripping it yet. There's like no fucking doors on it, no hood, no trunk, and the guy's just like looking. Big old dude driving by. He's just like looking at the dude smoking a cigar. He goes, I'm pretty sure they stole this.
Like those fucking morons down in Detroit that get zapped trying to steal fucking power lines.
Yeah, right.
For the copper. It's like, dude, do you
so
know?
dumb.
Come on, man.
Well, the
Like,
power lines, dude, they'll literally fry your hands right off if you
Yeah.
fucking But yeah, that Detroit Uncut. One day, there's this dude. He's like stopped at a stop sign. He's looking down the street, like down the cross street, and he's like, "Is that motherfucking Green Power Ranger walking down the street?" And dude was in a full on Green Power Ranger shirt. He
Holy
goes,
shit.
He goes, "God damn, you see everything in Detroit."
That's awesome.
I just thought I was like, holy shit. Yeah, but I like watching that because usually it's like idiots like driving like shit. And
I like that shit. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I can pass judgment that I'm better than them.
Mm-hmm.
as you should.
Yep. I don't care. I get pissed off at the people flying.
Well, it's like, yeah, like watching, like, there's like an old one that you'd see it every once in a while. It was the guy had the big mattress fucking bear, like just one little piece of string in the middle of it. And the mattress is like, and he's got it on like a little tiny fucking car.
Yep.
It's like a king size mattress.
Man, I'm not even joking. This one on Idiots in Cars, this person
I
had,
can't even watch that stuff because I get road rage watching
you
it.
will too. Oh my god, the way especially the way most of these people treat truck drivers too. But
Yeah,
this guy
dude.
was driving like basically like my car, but actually smaller than my car. I don't even know what kind of car it was. It was smaller than my car, and they had a fucking trampoline on top of it, a 10-foot trampoline, like strapped on the top of this
Fucking
motherfucker.
A, that's
So
awesome.
it sticks out over each end of the car by 4 feet.
Yeah.
And he's driving down the freeway. It was like Colorado or something. He's just driving down the road. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You know what?
And no cop. And this guy followed him for 3 miles. There was no cops. No one saw him do it. No, never got in trouble for anything.
It's
I hate
fucking
it.
awesome. And you know why it's awesome? Because there are so many fucking stupid people out there.
Well,
They just do such brilliant, fucking hilarious things.
that's what I was gonna say about. I always complain about the people flying through our parking lot because they'll take the one way and they'll go over. There's 3 speed bumps from one end to the other, 4 speed bumps. So there's one over here and then 3 along our stretch. And they'll fly through and they'll go over the speed bump. It's like, you idiots flying through our parking lot. So I'll leave my parking spot and I'll go out to the outside, so the far end of the parking lot, away from the speed bumps, and I fly through the parking lot. I'm probably going 30, 35 in the parking lot. I'm like, fucking idiot, speeding through my parking lot. But I'm doing it.
Well, it's
But
the
I'm not
old-
doing over speed bumps, though. It's different.
It's the old George Carlin thing. Anyone that's driving slower than me is an idiot.
Yep.
Anyone that's going faster than me is a maniac.
Yep. It's true.
So that's, it's all about me.
yeah. Yeah.
I just hate other drivers. That's all.
Well, it's like
Yeah, you get.
If I'm flying down the road, I know what I'm doing.
then
You don't.
there's times though, like I know I'm being completely irrational. I'll like be behind somebody and they'll turn and like, what the fuck is that? Were you turning where you live, man?
Yeah.
Stop this.
I'll do it when people are turning and then they'll like completely stop the turn. I don't understand that.
Yeah, or I've seen people they'll be in like a small car, like a sedan, and they do a wide swooping turn. I'm like, why are you doing this? You don't have a trailer. You have nothing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You don't
Just
have to-
fucking turn.
You don't have to go 4.
Yeah, they do the stop turn thing.
Oh my god, I hate it. But I just every day at the end of my street, and
Camps.
this is probably
Put them all in camps.
Probably due to construction, but the street that leads up to my parking lot
Isn't that right, Eric? Camps.
is divided, and it wraps around the 11 mile. That's the way I take back to 11 mile to get on the freeway, and it's divided though. So 11 miles right there, and you come into it, and the street ends. And every single day, and it's not late in the day. You're talking 2:30, 2:40, and it's backed up so bad that they're blocking both ways of the road. So people making a left off to 11 mile, and the people making a left or right off of this onto 11 mile can't get out, and they're like blocking it. It's like,
Can't.
and you're like looking at them like, why the hell are you blocking this? And then they'll move up so you can get past them. But it's so busy because everybody's taken that way because you can't get across 12 mile and Mound, and then they're going to do construction here. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of driving. And then you get the electrical. There's an electrical union building right there on the split. So when you get off the expressway and you make the split on 11 mile, There's one right there. There's a Union.
IBEW.
Yeah, right there. Well, those idiots, those motherfuckers,
Yep.
when they have whatever they're doing there twice a week now, they'll come out of there and they can't make a left. They have to make a right, and they should be going back up to DeQuinder to make go over the freeway. But what they're doing is every one of them is making a fucking U-turn.
U-turn, yeah.
Right there,
Yep.
and they are fucking everything up. And I swear to God, there was a warned cop who drove through there while I was driving through. He saw 4 different people
Didn't
make
do
a
shit,
U-turn, and he didn't do shit about it. It literally caused a traffic jam on that little tiny stretch of 11 mile, which is what, a quarter mile
Right.
from the freeway to here. It was backed up. It took me 4 lights to go through
Well,
the light.
you've just described all of our ethos. Every person that's ever lived, like when it's something that bothers you, law and order, law and order.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it's stuff with you,
Throw
you're
them
like,
all in jail.
when it was you, it's like, leave me alone, man.
We need to
This
build
is
more
my-"
prisons for people like him.
But when it comes to you, like my property, my rights, leave me alone.
I ain't hurting nobody.
Right.
It's different though.
You ain't allowed to tell me what to do, except them. Law and order for them.
Prisons. Make tons of prisons and put them all in there.
I did it on my own street a couple weeks ago when they're working on my street, and it was like do not enter. People would keep on going through the do
Yeah,
not
and you're
enter. I'm like sons of bitches. And then in the morning, I'm like, well, there's nobody out. I'll just do it.
Right.
It's fine.
Right.
There ain't no one around.
But, you say you hate driving.
I love driving. I hate everybody else on the road.
Right. Yeah. I've never had a 4-year break.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really hoping I don't care. I'm really hoping.
I mean, obviously, I don't drive, especially anymore. But back in the day, even when I was driving all the time for work and everything, I never drove as much as Mike had to, ever. And so I can get it if you can get sick of it. But no, I love driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm away from everybody.
Yeah. I don't even care. I'm going to when I get it back and I'm sitting at a store and I come out and I look right at the person next to me and blow into that breathalyzer to start my fucking ride. I won't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Gotta make eye contact when you have it in your mouth.
I'll be like,
That's the way it works. Eye contact when it's in your
Gonna
mouth.
fucking blow it. So what?
especially if people are walking out of a store with a fucking case of beer, I'll be like,
This could be you,
this is
kids.
going to be you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Peel out.
I hope you don't intend on drinking that till you get home.
Yeah.
I'm the ghost of Christmas future.
Yep.
Yeah. This you got to maintain. Do not drink
Maintain.
all the time
No.
while you.
Especially don't drive.
But I think every person that gets DUIs, and I've known a lot of you guys that have done it, and I think what happens is they'll tell you logically when they're sober, like, I'm not going to drink and drive. But they get a few drinks, and I'm like, I got to go here, and I got to go there, and things are happening, and I got to go do them.
Well, that's really what it is. I live for the party, so I had to go to where the party was, and, I'm not going to sit and wait for cabs.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
That takes forever.
And Uber's new, so,
Expensive. Why pay
Uber's
for that?
out- that
you
shit's
have
outrageous
a car.
now
You can
anyway.
drive yourself.
Yeah, fucking Uber and Lyft, that shit's outrageous now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like 40,
I wish we had a cab company.
Dude,
around
it's
here.
actually, I bet you it's more expensive or close to.
but
Yeah.
it's $47 to you go to your house right now.
Well, I Ubered to work, and that's 20-minute drive or so.
Yeah.
And it was like early in the morning, it's like $23,
It's insane.
Yeah.
which actually isn't that bad because
absurd.
when I was taking the cab home from the last place I was at, which is only 5 miles,
Yeah.
it was $20. It was $18 and some change.
Was that in the mornings or was it?
That was early in the morning
Yeah.
when I was leaving, like 3 in the morning.
In the middle of the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, it's the prime time. You gotta pay more.
Yeah, but that's what I was getting at. I would get the Uber. I did it for a couple weeks, and then we got another vehicle going. But I was doing it every morning, and and then 2 weeks in a row, all of a sudden on Thursday, instead of it being $23, it's like $46, and I'm like, why is it so expensive? And then I would just cancel it, and then come back on 10 minutes later, and it would be $23, $24. But a couple times I paid quite a bit. I'm like, yeah, that shit ain't happening.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Did it?
I just don't get where they how they determine shit. They just do whatever they fucking want, apparently now.
I've I've never taken a Lyft, Uber, or a cab. No, I did take a cab once. I just don't remember it. I was so drunk. Someone else, and I paid for it, but I don't remember it because everybody else made me pay for it. They took advantage of my drunkenness, but I don't remember the cab ride. But do they allow pets in cabs and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Here's.
I mean, I've never taken Leona with me anywhere.
I was looking at my my phone while you brought this up, and here's the thing. I was at a Leo's Coney Island in Romulus, which is by the airport.
Yeah.
And I noticed that people, they got their emotional support dog and shit, and they bring them into grocery store, whatever. Well, I can deal with that. But I'm fucking sitting there at my table, and I'm eating my grilled chicken pita with fries, and this fucking guy's got a husky in there, and the fucking thing is like looking right at my food, like I'm right here, and I love animals. I love pets. I got cats. I love people's dogs. I love wrestling around with them. But this motherfucker's sitting right by my food. Like, his head's here and my plate's there. And I'm like, dude, you don't need to bring your goddamn dog in this fucking restaurant, okay? Like your fucking dog does not belong here in this fucking restaurant. I don't care what happened to you. I don't care if you fucking stormed a beach somewhere. To get your fucking dog out of where humans are eating.
So, was it a help dog? Did it have the vest or the thing on? Or anything?
It did, but I don't care. Get it out.
No. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I know that they can take them places, but I was always under the impression that no matter what, they couldn't be in a place of food service because of health code laws.
And like,
somebody didn't say shit to him.
And I was like, and I'm sitting there, dude, like, and I'm not. First of all, I'm not an activist type guy, so I'm not the guy that fucking to tell people like.
Mike hates dogs.
No, I don't.
No, I didn't say it. He said it. Eric said it.
I know who said it. I know it wasn't you.
It was Abram.
Sorry, I said Eric.
I hate
bad speech.
It's like your fucking dog does not need to be in a fucking place where people are eating food.
Okay, well, I'm going to do you one better.
And I realized that I was raised around hillbillies, and the whole thing like when you're eating, get away. Like animals are not allowed around anywhere where people are eating.
No.
So I'm skewed by that. But, dude, I'm in a restaurant, and you got your fucking dog sitting right... I mean, its head was 2 feet from where I'm eating, my plate.
Yeah.
Brother, just say you're not friendly.
Well,
yeah. I'll do you one better.
Yep.
I don't want a motherfucking pet in any goddamn store that I go into ever. Fuck them.
You
keep your pet at fucking home or in your car or walking down the street. Don't bring them into any fucking place
even
I go
like
in.
the pet stores where they go, I don't fucking want them there. I don't know your dog.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a fucking pet store and you allow it.
Yeah, and they got a cane of course or something with a head this big.
Well, yeah.
But see, like...
It's like, oh, he's friendly. No, he likes you.
The one
he
that
likes you. He don't like me. He likes you.
You can't guarantee what he's going to do about
The
strangers.
one that I
will
always
never
went,
take my dog anywhere.
The
Your
one
dog
that I
is
used
not
to
a
go...
fucking human. It's not a human.
The pet store I used to go to was like one of the big chains.
Yeah.
They did pet grooming and like had a vet and everything in that fucker. So I mean,
the PetSmart.
Oh, okay.
They
so
have
like,
all
yeah.
that.
I mean, I guess I couldn't really knock them.
What's going
in
on
there.
What's going on, Light Bright?
But flat out, fuck your animals, bringing them into a fucking like. There was a lady that used to try to bring her dog into the fucking bar that I hung out in, and the bar owner's like, you can't have that dog. It's my emotional support dog. She goes, well, then let it support you somewhere else.
Yeah,
you're not drinking in here with your dog.
Look again. I have 2 cats.
I love pets.
I treat my cats like gold. I love them.
Yep.
If something happens to them, I'd cry like a baby.
Yep.
But your fucking animal does not belong where I'm eating. Or keep your fucking pets at home.
They're pets.
Yeah.
They're part of your family, but
the
they're
people,
pets.
The people
they're
that
not
drive
humans
with their fucking dogs in their car and the dog sitting on their fucking lap while they're fucking driving. I don't want to wish anything upon you, but if you get in an accident and that thing ends up as part of your steering wheel, you deserve it.
This show hates pets.
No, we don't hate pets. We love them. We just know where to place the love.
You know, no, it's
you
not
can't
true.
tell me that's
like,
a distraction. Right there.
I did not know, like how I felt. Like,
How about I'll put you in a camp? How about you?
We've had cats our whole life.
Yeah,
growing up, and I loved them, you know, but I never knew. I always just said, "Oh yeah, they're just pets. Whatever. When they die, they die." Yeah, that was not the case when my Maud died, because I rescued that cat from living on the street and brought her home, and she was the best smushy little fluffy bunny that I ever had. And the same thing with the cat I have, Leona. I got her when she was 6 weeks old, and so I've had her whole fucking life. 13 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, so I love animals.
Yeah.
Some animals.
I just don't
I
want to take
love them,
my pets are my pets at my house.
Right. I don't
want to take them everywhere.
Yeah, I don't take my cat everywhere.
I'm not gonna have my dog sitting by where someone is eating their chicken pita.
And
that damn dog's head was right there. It was 2 feet from where I was snacking on my food.
And here's the thing too.
and I realized that, dude, I was raised around hillbillies, and they got weird issues with animals and stuff. I'm not that far with it, but dude, you can't be by my food.
I noticed a Light Bright said aloha, y'all.
She did.
Aloha.
And Light Bright,
Aloha.
thank you for watching this show.
Aloha, y'all.
Watching, listening, whatever.
So
and thanks for tuning in at the only time we gave her any kind of divisive rant.
Yeah.
The whole show.
We love pets. We hate taking them everywhere.
Now here's the thing that I wonder. Okay, because you always see people bringing dogs in places, and like you said, they brought her into the restaurant. What if I brought my fucking cat into there?
Yeah.
Because my cat's not going to sit still. My cat's going to start wandering around.
I'll bring my pet goat in here and just ram everybody.
That'd be so great.
Just fucking knocking people
I want to
over.
get a pet goat just to do something like that.
Play Goat Simulator for
Just
real.
fucking bring it through every store I go in. You can't bring it in here. That's my emotional support goat.
I want to take a musk
the fucking goat
and have him rip through Dollar General for me. Fucking people just going through the air, tossing them around like Andre the Giant.
Yesterday, my wife and my
Battle
daughter
Royal.
went to PetSmart, and they were going to, it was my dog's 8th birthday, and they're like, we gotta buy him gifts. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
According to Eric, you're a dog hater.
We also needed dog food too, so it was like a 2-in-1.
That dog does not know that you got it a gift.
I know that. He just tore them up. They got squeakers and shit.
Exactly.
He tore it up. Anyways, they're like, I wish he was less hyper so we could take him at places. I'm like, I don't care if he's less hyper. He's not going fucking anywhere.
Right.
He doesn't need to go in stores.
No. He goes outside.
He's outside.
Yeah. Why the fuck do you got to take him everywhere?
I have a double lot. He can run all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a huge yard.
Fucking just run.
Yeah.
Run and bark at that neighbor. Run and bark at that dog. Run around the yard. Chase birds. You don't need to go to the store. No peanut butter.
A bunch of dog haters.
I actually don't eat peanut butter anymore.
Yeah. Did you not hear the other part of the?
It causes inflammation and stuff.
Didn't you hear we were talking about you can't have peanuts and stuff in the house?
Well, I don't do it because peanuts cause inflammation and stuff.
Well, a lot of sugar causes inflammation. Period.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, I mean, even all natural peanut butter, the mold in the peanuts causes inflammation.
The thing is that everybody goes on about inflammation in your diet, and this. You know what also causes inflammation? Manual labor, which we all do.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, like, I can't have any dairy. It might make my arthritis flare. Yeah, dude, you fucking lift shit for a living.
Yeah.
You're gonna have inflammation.
Well, there's
regardless.
a difference between inflammation and chronic inflammation, and you chronically having it is bad. I mean, so if you got to do manual labor, then you should probably watch some of the things you eat.
Red meat's the worst.
No
Lies.
Sorry.
Lies.
I think the thing that'll do the
Who told you that?
Every health expert.
No, that's
every
bullshit. That's bullshit. Meat's not fucking bullshit.
You know,
carbs, sugar. I don't believe them.
No.
I don't believe any of those scientists.
You just said
Meat's
carbs
delicious.
and sugar.
Yep.
Who do you think discovered that?
A good non-scientist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone whose arms hurt.
I don't buy it.
I think though a lot of people though they're like, oh, I got inflammation, man. I can't eat a bite of carbs. Yeah, you can.
Well, that's
you can eat
ridiculous.
carbs.
That's
You
ridiculous.
can, but the issue is you can't eat how I eat.
Yeah.
No.
If you eat like how I eat, you're gonna have everything's gonna be inflamed.
Yeah.
You can't eat tons of shit.
Yeah.
But you can eat it. You can eat a little, like you hear people like, oh, dude, I haven't had carbs in 6 years, and then I ate a piece of pizza and I had to go to the ER. Well, dude, something's wrong with you.
Yeah. Right.
Something's wrong. If you
Right.
can't, if a piece of pizza puts you in the ER,
Well, I'll tell
you
you.
got something else wrong with you.
I'll tell you what's wrong with that person.
You got doing
They're
paperwork.
fucking a freak.
You're doing paperwork. All right.
That's not it. That's weird. That's just somebody's mental. That's a mental issue. You know?
Now I would say, like, because everybody has a everybody has a diet plan, right? And they come out there like,
Yeah.
this is the carnivore, man.
Yeah.
You eat like a carnivore because we were carnivore. Or the you know the vegan people who all look like they're dying.
Yeah.
And but the reality is you got to mix it up.
Yeah.
You got to mix it up so that you're
That's what
you're
you get.
used to every poison there is. You want to the cockroach. He can eat like antifreeze. You want to get yourself to where you can eat antifreeze. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can safely eat antifreeze, you're healthy. You don't want to be able to where your body rejects antifreeze.
No.
So it's good advice. We'll make a clip out of this. Eat antifreeze.
Yes.
Just
You wanna
start with a small amount.
Yeah. It's like the guys that like the snakes bite them. You know, at that
Yeah.
church down in the,
Yeah.
You know, the first bite, if you survive the first bite, second bite's not as bad, right?
Right.
Third bite,
Yeah.
and then you get little.
It's called herd immunity.
And then by the fifth bite, dude, you could fucking drink rattlesnake venom.
That's right.
It's true.
Mm.
It is a fact.
This is what I see. We got. This is science. You want to talk about science?
Yeah.
Right here, you're getting it.
Yeah. These are the only scientists I believe. These ones in this room.
Yeah. So let snakes bite you. Eat antifreeze. I got a lot of good advice.
Yeah.
I could give you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
The only vegans that look healthy are the ones that fucking take so many fucking supplements to fucking make up
Yeah.
for the fact that they lack so much
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's diet plan comes packed with, well, I have to take 75 different things to not.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we trust the science.
Yeah.
Trust my science.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like I fought like last year I was fighting with a chick that was
My knees.
that's a vegan. I'm like, she goes, "You can get collagen from plants." I go, "No, you can't." She goes, "Yes, you can." I go, "No, you cannot. You cannot get collagen from plants. It only comes from animal products."
No, you can get collagen implants.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
Implants. And then she's like she's fucking sends this picture of this thing. I go, "That's collagen peptides, and it's not, it's plant based." I go, "I'm telling you, there's something in there that may help you produce your own collagen, but it is not fucking collagen in that fucking thing. Not if it's plant, if it's strictly plant. There's no fucking way."
No.
Sorry. Yeah, she was just like, "Oh yeah." I go, "Well, then you keep listening to the retards that fucking tell." I said retard. It's illegal. I don't care.
Is that a pronoun?
That's my pronoun.
Retard.
Yes.
My pronoun's retard.
My pronouns are retard and dumb fuck.
Retard, moron. Those are my pronouns.
Retard and dumb fuck. That's
our,
me.
That's our show pronouns.
Yep. It's our, yep. Radio Underground's all about fucking pronouns.
Yeah. All right. Brian,
Yo.
what are some other points? I didn't even look. I don't even feel like looking at my phone right now.
Oh, what's the Casa Bonita?
Oh, man. So you know how Trey and Matt are reopening Casa Bonita?
Yes, and
Yeah.
they've spent like $500 billion.
At least. They spent half their South Park money making
Yeah.
it. No.
Yeah. But
well,
they did spend a super ton of money, way more than
They have eliminated tipping at the restaurant.
Yes.
You cannot tip.
Right.
And people, they said
People are outraged.
This story, they said that there were people that were outraged. Well, people being a couple people who worked the best shifts and got the most tips on those best shifts were complaining. Here's the deal, though. Do you know the minimum wage in Colorado is like 10 something,
Right. Which
and then with food service it's less because they pay you less because you get tips.
yeah.
But what they did was they eliminated tipping, but also everybody there makes over $30 an hour now.
Oh shit.
So what's the downside here?
It was basically two people that complained because they were working Friday and Saturday evenings,
With
making all the tips.
two hot chicks.
So it's officially open?
No, they were people that worked there before. They still work there.
So
currently.
two hot chicks who work prime time.
So
Yeah.
they're like
That's
people
who's
are
getting all
outraged.
the money.
They're like people are outraged. Like no one's outraged. They're making over $30 an hour.
Pretty much anytime somebody says people are outraged, like only 5 people are outraged
One
at the
person,
most.
yeah. So
You know?
They got a vaguely threatening
Yeah,
email.
it's pretty much like the 3 to 5 rule, maybe.
So
you know?
there's literally no outrage. It's just somebody complaining about one thing, and everybody else is really happy because they're making a shit ton of money working at a restaurant.
But
They did a great job.
Dude,
The
I
place looks
want to
great.
go work there.
$30 an hour.
Fuck yeah, I want to go
I
work
mean,
there.
it's not full time.
So what?
Yeah, it's I mean.
Dude, I'll work 30 hours a week. That's perfect.
If you do Saturday and Sunday, two 4-hour shifts,
Yeah,
that's
get some overtime.
That's a decent money.
Get some second job. That's perfect.
No, fuck that. I'll
But
just
it-
go
but-
work there
but-
like 30 hours and be done.
But on the the weird review thing, the guy that's coming to yank my tree down here, because I have a weeping willow that got ate up by Brazilian beetles, so it's disintegrating right before my eyes.
Murder beetles?
Yeah, and a big like a third of not a third of it, but like let's say a fifth of the tree fell, yanked the power lines down. Didn't take the power up, but it yanked it down. Power
So-
company had to come and like prop it back up.
So they didn't cut any of the tree down?
Well, no, because there's nothing on it right now. It's just a big dead stump, basically. It's like a glorified dead stump.
Oh.
So I have to have someone come and get it and grind it out. And I'm looking for and I've called different people. The guy that gave me a decent price and has decent equipment and everything and good reviews, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go with this guy. And then me and Kate were going through the reviews. Like, okay, here's some bad reviews. One of the bad reviews was someone that didn't even use him as a service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was someone that was mad that he parked the equipment in front of the neighbor's house. Like that's not a he has to park somewhere to take the fucking tree down, you dumb woman.
Yeah.
I censored myself.
Yeah.
But you can't people who, like you said, people who give these negative reviews, a lot of the time they're basing it off of nitpick nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm reading the article. Here we go. This is from Business Insider, which is the real thing. It actually is.
Yeah.
So they did a $40 million renovation. It opened last week.
Uh-huh.
And originally, back in January, they had announced that wait staff would receive, in addition to tips, anywhere from $14.27 to $15.27 an hour. Okay, which is still above Colorado's minimum wage. Actually, the minimum wage is $13.65 in the state.
Okay.
Days before opening, though, the restaurant asked employees to sign new contracts that offered hourly wages for servers and bartenders of $30 an hour. So they would no longer receive tips to supplement their wages. So $30 an hour or $14 or $15.27. So double what you would have made.
Right.
Every day of the week. So it doesn't matter if you get tips or not because you're going to be making that much no matter what.
Right.
And employees were given one day to decide whether they wanted to sign a new contract or quit. Axios, who's the person doing the article,
Sounds Greek.
citing a conversation with one employee and documents provided by another employee who both asked to remain anonymous because of a confidentiality agreement. So 2 people complained out of the 500 people they were hiring.
Huh.
What is the argument here, people?
Right. Yeah, it's
There are people that just aren't happy unless they're spreading their misery on all of us.
yeah. I mean, it's
And admittedly, it was probably me complaining about the dog near my chicken pita. But I didn't give a bad review over that. I was just aggravated.
But they're like people are having tipping fatigue because now everybody, no matter what you do, even if you pick up carryout, they're asking if you want to leave a tip because of all the extra work they did during the pandemic.
Subway does that.
Yeah,
You go to Subway,
dude,
like they have it
everywhere
on,
you go.
Yeah, they
you
have
go.
it like you can add a tip right there.
Everywhere you go.
I could.
Dude.
You're right. I could do that.
You make $15 an hour at fucking Starbucks, and then you want a tip for fucking my 2 fucking coffees that cost me fucking $17. I'm supposed to tip you now too.
By the way, before I go pee, I'd like to thank everybody that's watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Podbean. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now.
Welcome
we're-
aboard.
we're
You got to
polling-
throw out their tagline. And,
We're polling serious numbers right now.
and also Podbean.
10 live viewers. My God, we're taking over the fucking world right now.
Podbean. Flick the bean.
You go on to Podbean, and then Podbean. I still contend Podbean's the best place to listen to us
Ever.
because you don't have to look at us.
Yes.
That's
But when you
better.
go on YouTube, you get to look at my back fat.
That's true.
That's a problem.
Look
Well, not
who's
really my back, but my front fat.
He hath returned.
So anyway, yeah.
Hello.
So Abram Steincohen of Wienerberger
All right, I gotta pee.
is giving us a bad review for dog stuff.
Whatever.
Whatever. You know what, man?
Yeah.
You know,
Do it.
you know what, Eric, you're from Chicago, and your opinion on anything doesn't matter. Okay.
So-
You're still jerking off to fucking 85 Bears stuff.
It's true.
Still, get
You got-
over it.
You got that Walter Payton centerfold that's stuck together, and it's gross, man. Anyways, we talked about it real quick earlier because we were doing the throne thing. We gave her one riff, but Madonna got real sick and canceled her tour. She got some kind of bacterial infection, and somebody was like, honestly, the report said that she died and had to bring her back. So let's say that she actually did die. How sad would you be that Madonna died?
Oh no, I would put it up there because like that was a big part of my youth.
Yeah,
she was huge.
Yeah,
and she was like, dude, she was groundbreaking. I mean, in a lot of ways, she did a lot of stuff. She made a lot of like she did it her way, and it changed the way the music industry looked at women.
It's true.
You know, and she had some great music. She's had some really great pop music. You know, I'm not a huge pop music fan, but I've loved some of her music.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd be sad like when Michael Jackson died or Prince or David Bowie. But I would definitely look back on the early parts of her career. You know, I would probably watch the Like a Prayer video 100 fucking times and jerk off to it at least 50.
I'm telling you, it's my favorite.
You know, because I mean, Madonna with dark hair and that fucking dress falling off.
Yeah, Madonna with her natural hair color.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for any song that has a little bit of the like,
dude, Like a Virgin,
the gospel vibe to it with the church choir.
Yeah,
and
me
stuff.
too. Yeah,
and that song. Yeah, that's why it's my favorite Madonna song.
When I saw the Like a Virgin video, I was fucking 10 fucking years old.
Yeah,
and my boners were just starting to fucking pop up here and there. You know, I was like pre-puberty, but
yeah,
we'll just call it puberty adjacent. I was getting there.
Yep.
I was getting boners sometimes, and her fucking in the yeah.
That was one of the things I especially
borderline.
Looking back on it now, the work that she's had done on her now, where her face is all deformed and her boobs are all deformed, the boob one is the one that hurts me the most because she had a good set of boobs on her.
Natural.
She the funny thing is, all the things about her, not enough hype was built around her nice, beautiful, natural C tits.
Yeah, they were great.
They were perfect.
Beautiful body.
She was stacked.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a dancer too. That's what she started off doing. But I mean,
yeah, I agree, and I didn't know that she mutilated her boobs.
Oh, that cleavage looked horrible.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't know if it was just because she stopped.
You mean in the same picture where she has the alien head?
Yeah.
Oh,
see, the alien head threw me off so bad. I didn't know who she was.
No, she turned herself into a Martian.
You know how you always see those ladies that keep on making them bigger, and you just see like this weird cleavage that starts, like it's stretched out. That's what she had going on.
That's too bad.
At least the Bears have something good to look back on. Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. I'll give you that.
You know what?
The Lions
so do the Lions because
always.
they won a shit ton of championships way back in the day.
Those don't count.
Oh, they do count.
We weren't alive.
According to him, they don't count.
They count. The only reason there's a Super Bowl
She looked like
is
Skeletor in
because
the wig.
the only reason there's a Super Bowl is because the AFC and the NFC combined.
Yep.
Or the AFL and NFL combined, and then they created the Super Bowl. Before that, there was 50 years worth of championships. It doesn't matter. They were a way better team than your fucking Bears for like 40 years, dude.
Yeah. You can only.
In fact,
you can't,
once they merged, that's when they became a shitty team. So I blame the AFL.
You can't look back at the past.
The merging hurt us.
Yeah.
You can't look back on the past that far unless it's the Bears, according to Eric.
Yeah.
Then you can look back that
I mean,
far.
what have the Bears done besides the Super Bowl?
They somehow snuck into a Super Bowl. The
Yeah.
worst. They were literally.
That doesn't count.
They are literally the worst team to ever go to a Super Bowl.
That doesn't count.
When they won against the Colts.
Every single coach they played that year should have been fired for letting them win any games because they were pathetic
In
that
the
year.
50+ years of the Super Bowl, the literal worst team to ever go was the 2009 Bears.
Yeah.
So they snuck.
yeah.
They snuck into a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely the
They
worst.
were the worst.
That
team.
was the most horrible. There was only one good thing about that fucking Super Bowl.
What was that?
Prince.
That's true.
That's it.
There's one
it.
one good thing happened. One Chicago fan did something really moral that I agree with.
Yeah.
And his name was Steve Bartman.
I love Steve Bartman.
He reached his hand over and fucked the Cubs. Yeah. So Steve Bartman has all my appreciation.
Love it. Anyways, I'm not going to get into this anymore. You're just going to make me upset. I don't want to be upset.
I have to confess something though. when I was a kid, the Cubs were my National League team.
I actually like the Cubs. I always have. I don't know what it is.
I always hated the White Sox.
Well, yeah, because we played them all the time.
Well, the Cubs, cool jersey, cool look, cool ball yard.
Yeah.
The
whole
history.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I mean, I loved Ryan Sandberg. and-
I love
We-
Ryan Sandberg is one of the players you don't hear about enough.
no, fuck no, he was a good player.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
we had Sammy Sosa with a 2-run shot up the
Harry
middle.
Carey.
Yeah. Oh, and then you had Harry Carey.
Yeah.
So
I will say that Harry Carey wasted out of his mind. There was
Yeah, I know
nothing
about
better
that.
than the worst Super Bowl team that could ever beat.
I don't know about that.
I doubt that. That
I
year,
know.
they would not have. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we beat them both times that year.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just guessing, but
I don't
yes,
even know.
I think so. I think we beat them both times that year.
Doesn't matter.
if I recall correctly.
I'm not going to fall into this
But
trap anymore.
here's all I know is that like Denny Green
The Bears' body
lost his mind
began
over
to eat
that.
themselves over time. Look what happened to Mongo and Walter Payton.
Fucking what's his Denny Green. We are who they thought they were. His fucking psychotic heart attack speech that he should have died from.
Yeah.
That was the Bears.
Yeah, because he knew they should have beat the
They
Bears.
threw Rex Grossman threw 8 fucking interceptions, and they lost, and then they won the game. No, there wasn't a Super Bowl team,
That's
but
true.
we won 6 championships or something like
So
that.
those of you who are listening, what we're
the Bears never won a championship.
we don't do like any
I think they did.
any semi decent broadcaster should do. We don't read the chats to you, so you don't know what we're arguing with.
Right.
We're arguing with someone, a friend, and I'm doing air quotes, and on YouTube who's from Chicago, and we're arguing about how much Chicago and Detroit hate each other in general.
Yeah.
And it's just always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So
anyway, to move on from that, I want to go back to the bad reviews.
They won 6 NFL championships.
yeah.
That doesn't count. That was pre Spanish flu or something. I don't know.
Pre-diabetes.
It was on, like 5 of them were post World War II.
Okay.
One of them was the last NFL championships there was.
No,
In the 60s.
doesn't count. Doesn't count because
Bears
he's
suck.
Doesn't count because it's the Bears.
Bears suck.
Anyway, when we were talking about like people writing bad reviews and people like just constantly like complaining about the stupidest shit,
Yeah.
and like it's like every little thing you see it all the time everywhere.
We made a
you
whole
know?
podcast around it actually, but
Mm-hmm.
it's wrong when others
But
do it.
I'm trying to like, because it's usually like like we were talking about Cass and Bonita, 2 people, or everybody's outraged, 2 people, 3 people, 5
Yeah.
people. I kind of liken this to like on the news when they talk about polls. And they're like, oh, these people are offended by this, or these people would vote for this guy, or these people would vote for this guy. And I'm like, do you know anybody who has ever been polled?
No.
I've never met anybody who's ever been polled.
I honestly cannot think of one person I know that's ever been pulled.
Ever. I don't know anybody who has. How does one do that?
But according to the polls, you're lying.
Well, here's the other thing.
According to the polls, I am lying.
They're like, oh, we did a small sample size, but this is pretty representative of America. No, it's not. No, I'm not going to read it. We're not going to read any more of his comments. We're going to ignore them.
Yep.
So
That conversation
you
is over.
You can't tell me that you're asking 1,000 people this, and that's going to determine how 400 million Americans are going to vote.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
do whatever they're going to do.
Or be outraged or whatever.
I don't care. Where'd you go for this sample size?
Yeah.
What community did you go to?
They never say where,
They never say where it was done.
We went to the Apollo to see what they think of Mark Furman.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Right.
They're like, oh, we went to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and polled these people about what they thought about this thing. It's like, well, Cherry Hill, New Jersey is one of the richest communities in America.
Yeah.
They're going to have different opinions than the people down the shore in Jersey.
That'd be like we did a poll to see if if people feel that rich people should pay more in taxes than they're paying right
And we
now.
went to Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
And we went to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and this is what we got. Yeah, everybody agreed that they shouldn't be paying any more taxes.
Yeah.
We
okay.
went to a coastal city in New Jersey. Do you guys like Guidos?
Yeah.
Then we went to Alabama. Do you guys like Guidos?
Yeah.
The results were different.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that's kind of like I ignore polls, so I'm slowly starting to ignore like just all the different articles of outrage and
You're better off.
Articles.
yeah, I mean, like, one of the best things is I don't really follow social media very much. So 100 dogs. No.
Yeah, Eric said 100
100
dogs were pulled and say
They
this
said
dog,
the
the show sucks. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, sure.
That was good.
That
That was a good one.
was a good one.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one.
100 dogs were pulled.
The you're
Or
talking
one dog near my chicken pita was pulled.
Yeah,
about the you were talking earlier about the tree service review, the one bad review they had that wasn't even about them.
yeah.
That shit happens all the time. If you buy stuff on Amazon and you like try to read the reviews on stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't like this item because of this and that," and they're describing it, and it says what item they bought, and it's not the item that is shown here.
Yeah.
They just basically didn't. They picked the wrong thing, but then they'll do it like, well, the delivery was really bad on it, and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but that's Amazon or whoever doing the delivery. It's not. You bought this product from Aramark, or I can't think of a company name right now. You're basing it on the product and the company you bought it from.
Yeah.
They aren't delivering it to you.
And another thing too, I noticed with Amazon, say you buy like just for example, I had that Total Gym.
Yeah.
I had the entry level model just to have something to fuck around with at the house. It wasn't like my whole, just something to do.
Yes.
Now they had that model, the mid model, and then the expensive model, like all in the same reviews.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what exactly what I'm talking about.
So it's like somebody's like, I love this machine. It does everything. So someone would be like, fuck yeah. And they're buying the $400 model, but the review is the $1,200 model.
Yep, all the
so
time.
this person thinks they got the fucking most badass thing they could possibly get for $400.
All the time.
And it's a piece of shit.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you. You had a better example than me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
why do you have three different, three completely different tiers of product in one fucking review farm?
It doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense.
Here's where
But-
we go
and then-
back to retarded
And then
people.
because you don't know how this thing's going to be shipped. So one thing might be coming via the Amazon truck, but then you might get something that's UPS, or you might get something that comes SurePost, which is through the post office, or FedEx, or whatever it might be. You can't
Yeah.
review the item you bought based on the delivery service that Amazon decided it was going for.
Or like we're all three family here. What if like we all like in the past banged the same chick?
Yeah.
But we all got the benefit of Al's review because he's got the biggest dick.
Yeah. Well,
So I get
You don't know.
I get Al's review with my little pin dick. You see, this is not how this shit works.
Apparently, this family's really good in the sack.
Yeah,
and well endowed.
I was squirting all over my bedroom,
yeah.
and like I get that review too, even though we're the same family line of products.
Yeah.
See,
No,
and
that
this
ain't how
is-
it works.
And this is the problem with giving retarded people platforms, because they're gonna fucking do stupid shit like
Well, you're talking
review
about retarded.
something that isn't.
You're talking about retarded people. That's bad enough.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about an Amazon. They know better.
Yeah.
They're a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even they're cooking the
I
polls.
don't know why
Yeah,
they
right.
do
They're
all
cooking
that
the
stuff together.
Right, they're posting it.
So you got the entry level line, mid level, and then the nice one, all in the same review thing. Bullshit.
It
Right.
is. Absolutely.
Yep,
Anyway.
It's like they're trying to further their sales by lying to us.
Yeah, exactly.
it's gosh dang bullcrap.
Yeah. So I learned after buying a few different things, like oh wait, that's a PWR 5000. I don't have the PWR 5000. I have the PWR 1000.
Yeah,
It's a different thing. Even though I was happy with my machine because I didn't need it to do all that. So, but someone who thinks that like they're getting the most badass machine because they don't read,
right.
because I read shit. You got to fucking read.
It's true. Reading is fundamental.
What's going on?
Reading is fun and mental.
So
We
anyway,
got somebody new in here.
he left.
Oh yeah,
And then he came back.
Oh okay.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Bernard.
Someone new listener on.
Yeah.
Bernard. We'll call him
Podbean.
Bernard.
Well,
We're
I
talking-
can't read it from here anyway.
Bernard, we're talking about reviews of products. Say you go to Amazon, and they have different tiers of product. So I gave the example. I bought a Total Gym. I bought the entry level product for $400, but they have an $800 model and a $1,200 model. But they have it all in the same review grid. So someone that's buying the entry level model is getting the awesome review of the $1,200 model. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's bull
crap.
stuff.
And that's just something we're just going off about.
It's just some more stuff for us to bitch about.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
We don't usually rant. We usually just make fun of stuff, which we are kind of, but we're ranting at the same time because it pisses us off as well.
Yeah. I do got to ask, what's the connection between Ben and Jerry's Push Away? What's the Ben and Jerry's Push Away, Charles Bronson?
Okay, so what I'm talking about with the Ben and Jerry's Push Away.
Yeah.
So
I love Ben and Jerry's, by the way.
So okay, Charles Bronson,
more than Haagen-Dazs,
who was very muscular even late in life.
Yes,
he had a very good build.
Yes,
and I had to do his technique, and I looked it up on an article about how he stayed in shape. I was like, dude, the modern guys look great because they're on steroids and HGH, and
they got trainers.
I said, well, what do the old school guys do to get in shape? And I looked up, so I looked into Charles Bronson. And one of the things he did was, for one thing, he smoked.
Yeah.
It's good for your metabolism.
Yep.
Yeah.
But another thing he did was he practiced push-aways. So he ate strict and healthy most of the time. But if he got his hands on something he liked, like I guess he really liked cakes and pies and stuff, but he practiced push-aways. He would eat like a couple bites and then push it the fuck away.
Yeah.
So my thing was, I got Ben and Jerry's last night, and it was that chocolate fudge thing.
Yeah.
That volcanic orgasm of freaking fat, and I ate 2/3 of it. I almost went through the whole thing. I can't. This is wrong, and I did the push away, and I made sure to not just throw it out so that I couldn't think of it again and grab it out of the garbage. I did the thing where I scoop it out so it's mixed in with the garbage.
Yeah,
you cannot eat it again.
Right.
Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I thought
That's a push away. That's a throwaway.
That's a throwaway. Mine is if I get a Ben and Jerry's, I eat 1/3 of it and then put it away, and then the next night I'll eat 1/3 of it, and then try to spread it out over 3 or 4 nights.
Oh,
now I had to throw it because the thing is I have the addict brain when it comes to food.
Mm-hmm.
I can drink once a week, not touch it all the rest of the week, but I can eat nonstop. It's my thing.
I kind of did that yesterday with my lunch because I decided I wanted some Thai food, so I got the Thai food. And my goal, I ate half of it. I'm like, I'm going to eat half now, put it away, take the rest of it home, eat it some other time. Like maybe today I was going to eat it for lunch or something. And sitting there, eat half of it. I put the lid on, sitting there, finish my episode of King of the Hill, watching it. And next thing I know, it's open and I'm eating more of it. Like, I don't even remember opening it. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'll be okay. I'll just finish eating this. And no, I wasn't. My stomach, I was so bloated the rest of the day. So all the rice. There's rice in Thai food.
I've had some of the Ben and Jerry's, but Haagen-Dazs, dude. Haagen-Dazs is straight up just like the most legit ice cream out there because it's like 6 or 7 ingredients tops.
Oh, Ben and Jerry's the same way.
No, Ben and Jerry's got like 11 or I looked at them. I looked at those fuckers.
It's only because they have better flavors.
Nah, I don't trust them. Fucking hippies.
Well, I mean, they're the only ones that have been certified to be.
Now you're not
all-natural.
lying. You're not lying, Al, about them being hippies and not trustworthy.
Yeah.
But if I were to forgive that about them and put my politics aside,
They got some good flavors.
They got some great shit. They
Yeah.
got some-
But dude, nobody like the Haagen-Dazs. If you're a strawberry ice cream fan, the Haagen-Dazs strawberry ice cream is the fucking bomb shit.
I don't mean to argue.
I would go down to Vermont. I would eat their ice cream.
Strawberries literally the worst.
I'd be eating it as they called me a
cream flavor.
fascist. You're such a fascist. Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Let me eat the ice cream.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
You think that
I think strawberry is the worst ice cream ever invented.
So have you ever had Superman ice cream?
No, I don't like Superman ice cream.
Yeah, that's fucking that's the most disgusting ice cream ever made.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can take
I'm
it
talking
once
about
in a while.
your basic flavor. So if you're starting with chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry,
Oh, chocolate's the worst.
And
strawberry can go out right in the trash.
Andy on
Chocolate's-
YouTube, our
yeah.
buddy, says, "You guys ever try Hudsonville ice cream?"
Hudsonville's good.
Yeah.
Never have.
Yep. It's good.
Every now and then I like a Magnum bar. I'm not an ice cream bar guy. I'll have a Magnum every now and then.
Hudsonville.
Mike wants a Magnum in his mouth.
Dude, that Hudsonville ice
big
cream
black
is good as
Magnum.
fuck. That ice cream. Yep. And then there's another one that I get. It's a gelato, and it's from local. It's local too. And the pistachio gelato is like freaking bomb. I don't remember the name
also,
of it.
I was intentionally being difficult. The strawberry's pretty good.
Yeah. I out of the Neapolitan, the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, I hate the chocolate the most.
Oh,
I'm very picky about like the chocolate flavor because a lot of them I don't. I think it's my taste buds, but I don't taste like chocolate. Like when certain chocolates are really good to me, but most chocolate just tastes like blah to me, and I think it's my taste buds.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I'm sure
I prefer chocolate over most stuff.
because like I love vanilla ice cream and like vanilla bean ice cream. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's my taste buds. I don't prefer the I don't really like chocolate ice cream at all.
But the idea is, guys, the whole point is you got to do the push away. If you want to be ripped like Chuck Bronson.
Yeah.
You want to be ripped to the bone.
There's no other exercises that he does except for the push away.
Yeah. He does a bunch of calisthenics and stuff like that. I need good genetics and handsome. Besides all that, you can mimic it, I guess.
Yeah. I think this is week 3 in a row that maybe 4. We've talked about Chuck Bronson at one point.
Well, he was a great man.
Yeah.
Honorable.
Yes.
He's like that's the thing about even like the guys that looked great back then when we were ripped and jacked. They still like smoked and drank whiskey.
Yeah.
Like, I still drink.
Because there's nothing wrong with cigarettes and alcohol.
Once in a while.
It's a lie.
Once in a while you can do it. You just can't do it every day.
They started putting all the chemicals in cigarettes, and then people started really truly dying from them.
Yeah.
But then again, his co-star Clint Walker,
Yes.
giant of a man.
Yes.
And Clint was
Quite the specimen.
clean living. Clint didn't do none of it.
Clean living Clint.
Clint didn't drink, didn't smoke, none of it. But he was like 6'6" and ripped.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did push-aways or just, he's a big farm boy, just ate steak and things you're supposed to eat to be huge like him. But I don't know. Jim Brown also in that movie, Dirty Dozen.
He was.
Rest in
Jim
peace.
Brown, just, again, genetics, athlete,
Oh, yeah.
ripped to the bone, beat you. He was like 70 and he was still built. When Mars Attacks, he was old as fuck and still jacked.
Still jacked.
Well, how
Yeah.
old was he when he died? 80.
85.
Yeah, I thought it was 85, 86, something like that.
So when he made Mars Attacks,
Jim Brown could probably beat me in a 40 right now.
let me see, the
He's dead.
Math man. So when he made Mars Attacks, he's about 60. And he was in good shape.
yeah.
Because a couple years before that, he made the classic film Original Gangstas. And he was jacked in that, too, still. Classic film.
Dude, even when the Any Given Sunday, when he's fucking grabbing Lawrence Taylor by the face mask, and, like, he still had like forearm
Oh, I
muscles.
forgot about that, yeah.
He's like grabbing him. He's like, "Come here, you motherfucker!" and like grabbing him, and he was still ripped.
Yeah. No, I saw him probably, didn't see him much in the last decade, but about a decade ago, and he was, for a 70-something-year-old man, he was in really good shape. So, what are you going to do? Some people.
Some people just got it, but
Yep.
but for the rest of us, it's got to be push-aways.
Push-aways.
Push it away.
Yeah.
If you got a weird growth on your mouth like I do right now, and I don't know what it is, I just push it away. It won't be anything bad.
Push it out of your mind.
Now I'm checking for growths in my mouth. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I have one
scared
Thursday.
me.
I'm kind of worried about it.
Yeah, you probably should.
Probably get checked out.
Probably mouth cancer.
Yeah.
You should probably get checked out. I mean, you could just say, it's just a canker sore and go for 3.5 years and then just go in and finally, because
Yeah.
it's like gigantic and you can't.
Brett Boone
And then
over
they
there.
got to yank my lip off.
You end up like Roger Ebert. No Jones.
Which commie ice cream? I don't eat commie ice cream.
Oh, he's talking about Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and
No.
Jerry's? Oh, I don't really eat it. I eat Haagen-Dazs
No,
and
he
Hudsonville.
He likes the fast stuff. He likes the kraut stuff, man.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs.
yeah.
I'm the one that eats the commie stuff.
Yeah,
I am too.
yeah.
Like the then they had the real fish food.
In Hudsonville, that's a local one. And then there was one out. There was a local one in Utah that was really damn good too, and I can't think of the name of it. I think it was Far's, like Farr.
Jamie Farr, yeah.
Yeah. It was. It was Klinger. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brothers, on the topic of talking about foods, Pepsi have lost their taste to me. Don't know why, but their flavor is now flavorless to me. Just tastes plain. I like how you spelled flavor with a U. That's
You know,
awesome.
the thing is,
As
I think
such
that's
in Britain.
I think that might be COVID. Because my nephew had what I think he had COVID again,
Yeah.
but no one will listen to me because he was sick for a couple weeks, and he wasn't very super sick, but he just had like the snotty nose and everything. He's like, and he's sitting there drinking. He was drinking Pepsi. He's like, I can't taste the Pepsi. Like what? He goes, it has no taste. I'm like, really? This is that he's healed from it or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, it has no taste. I'm like, you sure? So you probably had COVID again. Just it's a weak variant by now, and it doesn't really hurt you.
We have a lady at our work who does.
And you shouldn't be drinking that Pepsi anyway. All you guys, quit drinking that fucking pop.
It's
Shit's fucking horrible.
It's baby flavored. They put baby flavor in
Fuck
it.
yeah, it's full of fucking chock full of baby blood and guts, and it's fucking horrible for you.
Baby flavoring. Sorry, Brian, we cut you off.
Oh
with
yeah.
the Alex Jones stuff.
Anyways, this lady goes back and forth. She's working at one of the other hospitals, and this lady that she's been working with, the lady I work with was making coffee, and she's like, "Oh, that smells weird." She grabbed a K cup that wasn't the right thing. She thought she grabbed regular, and she grabbed like Cinnabon with the cinnamon flavor and stuff in it. She's like, "Does that smell weird?" And the lady's like, "Oh, I don't know. I haven't had sense of smell for 3.5 years since I had COVID." I'm like, that would drive me nuts. 3.5 years?
Oh yeah.
That's what killed Michael Hutchins of In Excess.
He couldn't taste.
It was a mental thing, but yeah, he got a closed head injury, and he couldn't smell anymore. And
So he had to get choke fucked.
But I don't know what that was about. Why he died that way. But he tried to kill himself a few times before that. But it caused a mental break, and they said it's quite common with people who have like in chemical warfare and other things like that. When they lose one of their senses, it causes just a chemical imbalance in your head that causes you to kind of lose your mind. But that was one of the reasons he got beat up by a cabbie in Hungary or some shit like that, because he's in the street and the guy's like, move out of the way. And he's like, hey man, just calm down. He's with that one model, Helena Christensen.
Oh yeah.
And this guy clubbed him in the head, and he fell and he hit his head on the curb.
Oh,
And that's how he got messed up.
Oh.
And then 5 or 6 years later, he killed himself.
It all leads to choke fucking.
What's the local ice cream brand? There's Hudsonville is it's not local, but it's the other side of the state.
Yeah, we used to have Stroh's, but
yeah.
I don't know if that was really actually made.
And
there.
then the one that I looked up in Utah was Far's.
It was Far's.
Far Better ice cream.
Far better.
That was one of the places there. I thought that sounded familiar, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they have one in Chicago too. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's called
Gay.
Shit Fuck Ice Cream because fuck
called
it.
gay
Shit fuck
ass.
ice cream.
It's called gay ass fucking Chicago Bears ice cream.
I wasn't gonna go with the Bears thing. It's called Billy Goat Tavern
Yeah.
ice cream or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Tastes like Billy Goat
It's called-
testicles.
It's called like goat fucker.
There's also Mooville.
Mooville. I don't know.
I don't know.
I never had that one.
Mooville.
I will try that.
Did they sell it here in stores?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I don't think so.
What we need to do is have a taste test. See which one's the best. We're gonna we're gonna have Radio Underground pay for all of it,
Yep.
and then we'll eat all the ice cream.
Yep. Brought to you by Radio Underground.
Podbean needs to give us money so we can afford to do shit.
Podbean.
Like we have to. Our live got relegated to a replay.
Really?
Yeah, I think I don't know what happened, but I think that our internet looks like
Are YouTube live or Podbean live?
No, we're still doing okay. The guys are still on the. Let me see this here. I think something happened with the Podbean. I guess it don't matter too much, but
Do we have like 6 people on Podbean?
your live show is finished.
Ooh.
I wonder why.
It is.
Supposedly.
So it's just.
Well, the first one when you started and then stopped it. Or are you talking about on this?
Yeah.
So Podbean just kicked us off.
I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's.
Well, we don't get any more talking points anyways. If we want to end it, I guess we could.
just do a different show. All right, second show.
I mean, it is after 12:30, and we don't got nothing else to talk about. We don't really have to start anything new if we don't want to.
All right.
I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want to, I can talk all night. But
No, you
I want to talk
can't.
all night. Maybe there's a 2-hour limit on the live or something because we went 2 hours and then
We never did that last week. We only went
yeah,
on
maybe
last
but
hour.
that counter was over 2 hours already.
It was
Yeah.
like 2 hours and 7 minutes.
yeah, I think they have a 2-hour limit for the live. I don't know.
Oh,
That makes sense.
we'll have to, because usually, I mean, most podcasts are like 3 hours, aren't they?
No, well, that's
I guess not.
It's well, I mean, maybe they have a live thing, and I don't know. But I can put unlimited audio as a thing, but they might limit their live stream. I don't know.
I got you.
We the only thing we didn't talk about was our Radio Underground banner.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
We
true.
can talk about that.
Yeah, Eric, not this Eric, the good Eric,
Yes,
made us a banner and sent it to us.
It looks
Yeah.
sweet too.
I thought it
pretty
looked sweet.
sweet.
Like
Yeah.
I said, my favorite part's me.
Yeah, my favorite part's me.
Yeah,
Yep.
see, everybody's
Yeah.
got. See, let's do a poll. Whose part is the favorite
Yep.
part?
I look very, very intelligent with
I-
my glasses on.
I
and
look handsome.
My beard and
My favorite
I
part.
guess we could. I guess we could start it because I'll do the pod bean just for the last 15 minutes or whatever we talk here, because I didn't think about because I'm gonna just delete everything and then upload the whole full deal anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So whatever, we'll just fucking do a live stream. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, I think it worked really good.
Looks great. It says DFK on there.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Which
that
is our motto?
It's our motto. We came up with it, and for all of you on Podbean who have not known of Radio Underground very long, DFK stands for Don't Fuck Kids.
Don't fuck kids.
And it doesn't mean necessarily in the physical, but it does mean that. But it also means don't fuck them. Don't fuck their brains. Don't fuck with them.
Don't touch
leave
them.
kids alone.
Leave them
You
kids
know,
alone.
Don't beat them. Don't if they're your kids, treat them good. I believe the children are our future.
Yeah, that's true.
Let them lead the way.
Let them lead the way.
Jackson Heights own Randy Watson also believed that.
Yes,
Coming to America.
yes,
He's a good singer.
yes.
That boy good.
Yeah, that boy good.
Goddamn. But yeah, I liked how
Sexual
how we
chocolate.
all looked in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
We might need to put out some T-shirts. That'd be so you guys could enjoy.
Thanks
our
for
show.
thanks for coming back, Light Bright. We I think we're at a 2-hour cap on a live stream, so we had to restart. But
Yep.
we're glad and we're just going to start it over,
Welcome back.
and then we're going to delete everything and upload the full episode, and you can listen to it tomorrow if you missed anything. I don't know if we said anything of importance, but I'm glad your paperwork's going good tonight. And then the guys watching on YouTube, thank you to all you guys.
I'm gonna assume that paperwork is grading papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what a paperwork
You
is.
are
don't
correct. 2 hours, 120 minutes is their limit.
Okay,
That's
that's
the
fine.
cap.
That's no problem. If I can restart again, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I take the only thing that matters is I got this beautiful Rodecaster Pro that can record 30 hours,
Yeah.
and we can put 30-hour fucking stream on there.
Let's do a 30-hour
And
show.
we do that I'll be dead from blood clots.
Yep.
No.
Well,
man.
actually, no,
We'll
I'm
just,
drinking. You guys might be.
We'll just
I'll be all right.
We'll get a fistful of Adderall, and 30 hours later we'll be done with the show.
I need to get some Adderall so I can lose weight.
Or should we get some meth? I mean,
I don't wanna do
that'll
meth.
keep us up.
No, I'm okay with the math.
All right. So Adderall it is. All right.
I can cut a few pounds
Synthetic meth it is.
Yep. I don't want real math. I
No.
want fake math.
with it. A Methodist.
I will hook this up. 30 hours. Here we come.
Was that in our group chat that someone sent that ET poster where it was ET driving the bike, and he was like riding the bike, and in the front basket
Yeah.
he had like copper pipe sticking out, and instead of ET on the top it said meth, but it was like METH.
Yeah.
That was good.
I don't know.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, that was good. He's
Yes.
stealing the copper pipe from the inside houses and businesses. Businesses.
So I guess I can mercy kill our show tonight.
Oh, if you want.
And I want all of you people to find us at radiounderground.co.com. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitch. We are on all that. But we're on Podbean. It's another place where you can maybe do a little extra. I was thinking about, because Podbean's like 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
I can easily do what I just did, like start and restart, or we can do a special thing there every now and then. We got options. It's a different scene there, man.
We just, I mean, we don't really hit our stride to like the second hour, anyways, right? We'll just like turn it on like when the second hour starts.
Yeah, we can do
Oh
that.
yeah, you could do that. Yeah, just start
finish
at
out the
11
show.
o'clock.
Yeah, I could take a little break, like give my knees a little break. But all right, guys.
Yeah.
RadioUnderground.co. I appreciate all of you for checking out the show tonight. Please follow, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your wife, tell it all. I'm trying to think of what we can end the show with.
Fall Out Boys, we didn't start the fire.
Okay, I want to hear what a piece of shit this is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
We're gonna listen to Fall Out Boy now.
Oh God, it came right up.
It's 2004. Let's listen to Fall Out Boy.
We didn't start the fire by Fall Out Boy. I've never heard this.
they just did it. It's new, I guess.
What a pile of crap!
Yeah.
I haven't heard it, and I'm already mad. I haven't even heard it.
Yeah.
So let's hear it, guys.
Billy Joel is turning over in his grave.
It angered Andy quite a lot. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Here we go. Anytime now, this song is going to start playing.
Well,
In the meantime,
the main thing I could
make
do,
sure you like us and subscribe to us on everything that Mike just said before.
And, Brian, I'm gonna have to give you all the stuff because you're gonna have to copy and paste the Podbean stuff onto our website.
All right.
The Spreaker's done. There's no longer carrying anything. We
Nothing.
Do. So
RadioUnderground.co. Not
Yeah.
com.
not com.
Podbean.
Not com.
Flick the bean.
All right, here's us. We are playing it on here. Okay.
That was cool. It's a remix.
Yeah. Let me end the Podbean thing here on my fucking phone. Okay. Now we'll do this. All right, guys. Gotta hear this piece of shit.
I hate it already.
I'm already mad.
Oh my God.
Already angry.
No, this is so bad.